Hello and welcome to House Rule Pathfinder episode. I'm not sure because Jeff's not here.
17.
17. Okay, 17. Nebo can tell me.
We're really on top of things.
I never know what number it is. Numbers are not my thing. So we will not.
Anything in
sure
sequence?
Jeff's not here. I'm going to run a 17. Okay, 17. Module tonight for you guys.
We're really on top
Scenario
of
actually
things.
tonight for you guys from a season that we haven't played in yet. I'm going to actually do a season 5.
Wait, is
Scenario.
that the current season?
No, we're in season 7 currently, but it's much more further forward than what you've been playing.
So we've been doing largely early season stuff?
I've been doing almost entirely season 0, 1, and 2 for you.
Whoa. We've done 16 sessions, and we haven't broken the season 3 barrier?
I thought we got like a 3 or 4 in there once.
I think I did one 3, maybe 2 3s, but it's been mostly seasons 0, 1, and 2.
Damn. I mean, admittedly, I haven't played that many of them, so...
Oh man, preseason.
And now we're flying like an eagle into the future.
It's I have not played as many from the season 5 and 6. Played them sporadically. I actually started at the very tail end of season 5. So season 5 is when Taldor was still a faction, and it became Sovereign Court like 2 months after I started playing in Pathfinder Society. And this is indeed a Taldor/Sovereign Court related mission. I'm not sure if any of you are Sovereign Court.
That doesn't even sound ring a bell.
But it is also
No.
somewhat related to the Silver Crusade.
Ooh, goody.
So, just a little bit of background. Season 5, the Pathfinder Society is trying to organize a new crusade to head into the World Wound and fight their way to the center to a fallen Sky City. So they're trying to organize a crusade.
Badass.
So the meta plot of this whole season is getting resources together and different things like that to lead armies into the World Wound. Do you guys know what the World Wound is, out of character at all?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a big, devastated area where a bunch of demons are crawling out of the abyss into the material plane.
Yeah, there's a rip between the abyss and the material plane, and demons kind of spawn and crawl through, and just a huge demonic wasteland on the material plane there, with then a series of ward stones around the outer edges. So it's like a country-sized rift, basically.
Oh, great.
And they're kept at bay, but they occasionally break out and cause problems.
I have
So-
abyssal blood. This will be perfect for me.
And so it's going into the World Wound to do battle is the prized goal of any really suicidal paladin.
But anyway, in organizing for this epic crusade, they're sending in various representatives and pathfinders to do different things to garner support. It's a massive undertaking, so they need to get lots of people behind them and lots of things behind them. And one of the things that they need to do is get different noble factions and different people to offer their support and willingness to kind of send resources or troops or stuff like that. So a lot of Season 5 is based around doing that in various forms. So, for tonight, I will be running the Season 5 scenario, the Horn of Aroden.
Well, I hope this
The Horn
doesn't
of what
involve a
now?
lot of detailed social roles, because those are going to be embarrassing.
Hey, Ken.
So,
Don't
are
you
there
worry.
any questions before we get going?
You said it was called the Horn of what now?
I put it in the text.
Aroden?
Oh, I'm sorry. My one of my children was making a noise.
That's fine. The Horn of Aroden, which you may recognize the name Aroden also.
I might, but I don't.
You probably should recognize the name Aroden.
Boy.
I don't think I should recognize it. Maybe. I have been in less sessions, but maybe.
You should recognize the name Aroden from just general knowledge of Galorion.
Oh, boy. My Galarian knowledge is lacking in a lot
That's
of
okay.
areas.
It probably isn't important.
I believe you.
So no other questions or purchases or anything else in mind, now that you know kind of the basic setup of what the season's about?
I have purchased 3 light potions.
I have a silver light
Cure
maze.
wounds.
Night.
I got
Okay,
one
good night,
question.
Molly.
Molly.
It's
Okay. Okay, so I have just
You
had
had a
to give you a
question?
handout.
yeah. Thinking. So I'm trying to look up the scrolls because these guys say mage armor, right?
If you're not wearing
Mage
armor, are you wearing armor? I assume you
Yeah,
are.
I am.
The
Mage
mage
armor
armor
will probably not help you if you're wearing armor.
Okay, so should I just purchase scrolls of shield?
Shield will stack with your mage armor, or still shield will stack with your armor, but
Yeah.
it does not last very long.
Right. Okay.
It lasts some minutes, so it's basically a one fight deal. But
Okay.
in anything where you think you're gonna be getting your butt pounded, shield will help protect your butt.
I just gave you a handout on the main screen that I'm going to ask Ed to read. I think Ed's muted though.
What? Oh, that is.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Really?
move the tokens off of it.
Ed?
Are you ready, all?
That's embarrassing.
Noble Pathfinders, as the World Wounds threat grows, the forces of many nations unite with the common goal of beating back the demon horde. I have been building my own army that I intend to field alongside the Pathfinders. In order to increase our numbers and bolster our resolve, we must have a symbol to rally around, one that embodies might equal to that of the Golden Age of Taldor. My agents have recently discovered that one such item, the Horn of Aroden, has survived since the Age of Enthronement, and is still in the possession of its original owners, House Lebeda. Alas, whatever magic was bestowed on it when it helped to drive Daskari's forces into the Lake of Mist and Veils has since faded, but through careful study we may be able to find a way to restore its powers. Dame Serona Lebeda has graciously offered to allow us access to this item, though how much access is yet unclear. Ideally, it would remain in possession of the Pathfinder Society while being studied and, God's willing, restored, and then will be sent to the Mendevian front. Do your best to persuade Dame Lebeda to permit this transfer. No doubt she will require some task of you in order for you to claim the Horn of Aroden. One simply does not part with such a treasure on a whim. Remember that she and her family are influential in Brevoy and beyond, and winning their friendship could bring great benefits in the future. Eagerly anticipating news of your success, Lady Gloriana Morilla.
So, are there any knowledges or questions people have before you would have set out from Absalom?
There are a lot of
Boy.
names there that ring a lot of bells for me since the Kingmaker days, but knowledge skills, huh?
Yeah. Is there any information I could get about the horn?
No.
Okay. Then my knowledge is very useless.
You could make a knowledge religion check.
I will abstain because I do not have that skill, and I will politely let other people make.
A DC 10 will give you something about Eric.
I will do that though.
So anyone can
I'm gonna roll a religion too.
religion for DC 10.
Bam!
Whoa.
yeah,
Not
hey.
quite as dumb as a.
So Taeyang can inform you that Aroden is known as became the living god. He is the last of the first humans. He was the last Aslanti. He is the person who raised the Starstone and became the first risen deity. He is also dead.
Is he the one who built that cathedral in Absalom where
Yeah.
if you jump across the gap, you get to become a god?
If you jump across the gap and then work your way through
And then complete a series of challenges.
challenges that no one knows what they are, yes, then you can become a god.
All that-
Because you get into the
all that
center, you get
anybody-
to the Starstone. And
All
he's
that
the one...
anybody knows is that you almost never get over the first jump.
Right. So he's the one who did that. He is presumed dead. No one knows his actual fate, and clerics are no longer granted spells by worshipping him. So it's a pretty good indication that he is dead. It's one of his death signaled the end of the last age and the beginning of the current age, and it is the reason that there is no longer prophecy that works. Basically, a prophecy relating to him failed. He died, and now no longer long-term prophecy no longer works in Galorian.
Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
have.
a mumbo jumbo. I won't believe
That's
it.
just a little bit about Aroden. You've never heard of this horn, but you know who the god is with that, because that's pretty common knowledge.
I have got knowledge.
Aroden was kind of a
local.
big deal.
Is there any information I can discern about this particular noble house or anything about its place in society that
Do you
might
have
be useful
knowledge
to
of
us?
ability?
No.
Okay, then not at this point.
Okay.
So what was it?
That's a good point.
What did
I
you-
have a special skill for that.
What class? Okay. Be
It's
careful.
like a quinceanera happening in my neighborhood.
Okay. It wasn't silverware, it was glass.
Oh no!
And to answer your previous question, the glass was not all right. Okay, so then we're going to jump into You've Arrived in Brevoy. And I'm going to read everyone's favorite giant black text.
Block text!
Okay.
This is what I'm in it
Yeah,
for.
boy, block text.
A fire burns merrily in the large hearth of the audience chamber, casting warm light over the long wooden table and the high-backed chairs. A pair of guards open the engraved wooden doors, and a regal woman enters, her hair tied into a tight bun. The guards stay by her side as she scans the room and then takes a seat at the head of the table. You must be Lady Morilla's Pathfinders. I am Dame Sorona Lebeda, and I am well aware of your desire for the Horn of Aroden. I am sympathetic to the cause of the Crusade, and am curious to learn whether the Horn's magic can be returned. However, the Horn has already been pledged to King Noleski Sartuva as a fitting part of the dowry for my daughter's hand in marriage, and such promises cannot be overturned lightly. Nonetheless, we're willing to find a replacement gift in exchange for one kindness on your part. Bring my son back home. Safely. As of late, my son Lander has been neglecting his duties in favor of playing the part of an adventurer. His swordplay admittedly shows promise, but wielding weapon is only one facet of being a proper lord. Worse, the style and legacy he has become obsessed with is that of Baron Eldori, which many houses perceive as a sign that we may not be as committed to unifying Brevoy as we may appear. The truancy of a second child may not seem as much of a threat, but with his elder sister spending her days in the capital negotiating the web of Sartova politics, the increase of bandit activity and wolf attacks in our lands, and Lander neglecting his responsibility within our holdings, I am concerned that he is as much a liability to our family as an asset. You are the adventurous types yourselves, and understand the hazards and difficulties of this lifestyle. Perhaps you could find him and return him safely, but also convince him that the way of the sword is not the life he romantically envisions.
Well, gentlemen, seems our quest is clear. We shall be off, for she is right. The sword way isn't the great way to go, but the ways of the books. As a scholarly gentleman, I say we shall take on this quest and show him the true way.
To be fair, I believe that we've done all right by the sword ourselves, personally. But
yes, but there's a big difference between
that's true.
our origins and his. He's got a lot better avenues to take than the sword.
And probably a lot more responsibility to handle.
A sword is an arrow that points upward, but it only takes you so high before you need something else to go higher.
Yeah, Dame Lebeda kind of looks around like, if you have anything you would like to ask her, or any additional information you need from her.
Do you know where he last was seen?
Lander has taken to associating with a blacksmith named Merrick Bogdan. Merrick is a retired soldier and a practitioner of the Eldori style, and Lander says he is a fine instructor. But my son spends too many hours at the Three-Tong Smithy practicing the swordplay when he should be overseeing our cotters and building alliances. He was headed to the Three Tongs when last I saw him 2 days ago.
Can
You
point
mentioned
us in the
bandit
direction?
activity in the area.
Yes, in the past 9 months, bandits have raided no fewer than 15 caravans headed either to or from Silverhall, most of them belonging to my family. The same gang seems to be behind all the attacks. The attacks are precisely planned, and whatever the bandits are unable to take, they set ablaze. I suspect that our family is being targeted specifically because of some political grudge, but I have no leads as to the mastermind's identity.
Where are we right now? I'm
You're
sorry.
in Bravoy.
What
The
city
boy.
or town?
Sorry. Yeah, you're in southern Bravoy right now. Let me just double check. The city of Silverhall. You're in the city of Silverhall.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ed, who actually ran Kingmaker, knows Bravoy
Yeah, I
very
was
well.
Because I remember the Eldori people are in whatever the free city is called that I can't remember off the top of my head. But this isn't it. I don't think.
If you know the Kingmaker map very well, we are
I very well.
pretty much straight north of the eastern lake. The one on the other side of the forest.
Gotcha.
Basically, go straight north of there, you'll get to Silverhall.
So, did your son associate with any other adventuring types aside from this blacksmith?
Other than the blacksmith, I don't believe so. He was pretty well set on being a hero.
Hmm.
He has had an excellent collection of histories and romantic stories of the sort of adventures.
Sounds like an overactive imagination.
I'll tell you that.
Sounds like he has a very active imagination. I don't think Did Evo say anything?
I thought Ebo did, but I might have misheard that. Okay. Do you have any other questions for me?
Well, I can't think of any.
Yeah, I
Best
think
way
you
to-
answered all the ones I wanted to. You asked all the ones I wanted to ask. So
By the way, that's who you're talking to.
The best way to get this done would be to. Wow, she was worried.
Her son has been missing for 2 days.
Well, the best way to
done.
get this done will be to hoof it.
Well,
Yes.
Blacksmith is on the edge of the town, but if you have any other leads in town, you're welcome to follow them up first.
Who is it that organizes your trade caravans that have been attacked?
Oh, one of the seneschals in the house. He is beyond reproach, however.
Of course. Well, we'll see what this blacksmith has to say then.
All right.
Yes. Don't you worry. All's well.
So do you guys have any other questions for her, or about what you're trying to do, or about the horn, or anything like that?
At the moment,
Oh.
I do not.
No, he doesn't. Sorry.
Okay.
No.
Okay. What would you guys like to do then?
I always
We should
forget that
probably
you are
get a
both playing
description.
half-orcs.
We should get a description. I have, a dumb half-orc.
Great.
The thing is, they're not even particularly dumb in Pathfinder.
Well,
I
They're just-
yeah, we
certainly
should
not
get a
pretty.
description of him best we can.
oh yeah.
What was that, Ed?
Just a general description so that we might know him if we see him.
Sure. He's a bald, Talden man, middle-aged, has a beard and bushy eyebrows. He's the smithy at the Three Tongue Smithy, so it should be easy to find.
bushy eyebrows. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Should be
All
hard
right.
to find.
Alright. I'm just going to walk in that direction to get to the blacksmith's.
Okay.
I'll give her a little bow and then head out.
Sure. It's a little bit of a walk across town, so you would be welcome to now use knowledge local or gather information if you'd like to do that in town.
Is that,
I would like to do
Yeah, their
local.
information would be diplomacy, I
It
believe.
would be diplomacy, correct?
I have a -1 on my diplomacy modifier, so I'm going to instead wander around.
Gorgon's
Wow,
kind of
these
a
days.
straight shooter, and he's going to the blacksmith's.
What is that roll for?
Knowledge local?
Okay. There's different things depending on which things you're choosing, is why I need to know.
Yeah.
Knowledge local will tell you, specifically asking about Merrick Bogdan is what you'll be doing with that.
Probably.
Merrick
Yeah.
Bogdan owns the Three Tongue Smithy and is a skilled artisan who specializes in making weapons. What you
Mm.
can get with 16. Anyone
Sounds good.
going to use diplomacy at all, or knowledge and nobility?
Until I start
We
talking
might
to
not be-
somebody.
I'll attempt diplomacy.
Sure.
Look at this go-getter.
All right. Yeah.
Is
You got a
that
6, huh?
6?
6.
Yeah, you hear some weird rumors about just random things that don't make any sense. Lots of wolves out in the plains. A traveling sword lord that was seen at a crofter's house. Things that you're pretty sure are just random rumors and people that aren't telling you any real evidence.
We must go after that dog.
Okay, and you guys are heading to the smithy then?
Yeah, to this
That's where I'm
man.
going.
Yeah.
Maybe that dog is there. The bulls and the swordsman. They all might be relevant information.
The dog is in on it.
Here we go.
Okay. Racks of weapons and metalwork line the walls of the three-tong smithy. The forge is visible through the wide door. A pair of cross Eldori dueling swords hangs on the wall opposite the front door. The antlers of several deer and elk decorate the walls, and a staircase wraps around the eastern wall leading upstairs. Working the forge in the room, you can quickly see a fairly imposing man. He's a bald, tall-thin man approaching middle age. His skin has been rendered leathery by years of working over the forge. He has a black beard and eyebrows are patchy with sparks in a couple of places, but otherwise very full where they're coming in. And he smiles happily as you approach. Welcome to the Three-Tong Smithy. How can I help you?
We are looking for someone.
We're looking for Dame Lebeda's son. Weird, he was coming here a couple of days ago, and she hasn't heard from him since.
Lander.
Yes.
Lander's a good kid, yes. I last saw him 2 days ago now. He was headed out of town on the southwestern road. Over the past month or so, he's been trying to put his training to good use, slaying monstrous vermin in the outskirts of town, that sort of thing. With the recent attacks by bandits, Lander was convinced that he could stop them himself and live up to Baron Eldori's legacy.
That's
That seems ignorant.
virtuous but ignorant, yes.
Do you think he's a good swordsman?
That's a tough question. Although Lander has improved quite a bit in the past few months I've been teaching him, he is likely no match for any bandits. Though it's unlikely to even find them. He actually doesn't have much of a head on him for wilderness or woodscraft, and most likely he's lost wandering the countryside somewhere. If he's lucky, he's only lost. But he's been gone long enough now. I'm worried that he may have encountered some of the nastier critters that live in the back country. I'm worried for his safety, to be honest.
Well, sir, if it's just
He went out
critters,
alone?
he should be fine.
I'm sorry, what was that?
If it's just critters, he should be fine.
One can hope.
Did he go out alone?
Yes, he's convinced. He's convinced that he's the hero of a story. I guess would be the best way to put it.
What story?
Has he been like this for long?
And he's not delusional. I mean, he thinks that he will be a great hero, and that it's still in the early days of his adventures.
Well, it's a shame he didn't come to the Pathfinders. Well,
Well, one of his station that would be a little bit difficult.
that's probably true. Well, you said you last saw him when he was leaving on the southwest of town?
Yes. Actually, I'm sorry. I forgot one thing. You have to make a sense motive check.
Dun-dun.
You can all attempt it.
I will gladly roll
Yep.
1d20 raw.
How wise are we,
Dude,
guys?
Gordon, oh
There are
Between
no
four of us-
problems whatsoever.
Between four of us, we got us. Jeez.
You're shamefully unwise.
Well,
Um,
you're welcome to look around my shop if you need anything bought. I'm a pretty good smith.
Do you know anything about these bandit attacks that have been plaguing House Lebedo?
Bandits. If we're gonna he kind of wipes his hands, put the hammer down. If we're gonna talk, we might as well sit for a bit. So why don't you join me upstairs? He'll
Like,
kind of
Sure.
lead you up to the second floor. It's a cozy but somewhat cramped area. There's a table. It's not bad. It's just a little bit sooty because it's directly above the forge. You'll notice a eagle with tongs clutched in a stuffed eagle with tongs clutched in its claws above the door, kind of like a symbol of the place. And are you thirsty? Working the forge always brings up a little bit of thirst on my part.
Well,
Sure.
shouldn't we
I'll have a
go-
nice cup of tea.
I've got mare's milk and I've got a little bit of brandy. Take your pick.
I like brandy.
Brandy, I guess.
He'll
I'll
get
take
out
the milk.
he'll get out a few small metal tankards and pour not a large amount, but a polite amount into each cup. One for himself as well. He'll take brandy, but he'll give mare's milk to anybody who wanted it for my skin.
I do have some tea in my pack.
Sit, have a seat.
Oh, tea.
Take
We're gonna
some
be
tea.
talking. It's better to not do it in the shop. Bandits. I've heard rumors that there are bandits in this area, but they haven't messed with me at all.
I can't say that I'm...
Really,
Wait,
I don't think it's the bandits that are what Lander's going to be dealing with. I gotta say, it's the critters that'd be more likely to have hit that he stumbled on.
Well,
Well,
Serona
bandits-
seems to think that the bandits might be coming after their family in particular. Does that seem...
You see a little bit of a grimace on his face when he was say Serona. He probably would say stuff like that, but I wouldn't
That's
suspect too
just
much.
nobles overly inflating their own importance.
Most like we got some nasty things on the plane, and could have been them that have been attacking as likely as some coordinated bandits of any kind.
What kind of critters are out there? Do you know?
There's a lot of things out there. Large hunting birds, dire elk, wolves, lots of wolf type things. You can hear them howling at night quite a bit of the time.
Little
Some stranger things. Kobolds aren't uncommon. Magical beasts.
Any demons?
Not this far. Little
Good.
beasts. Not very common, at least, unless a cult springs up.
All right.
Well, that's all fairly concerning. If he's run across almost any of the things that you mentioned, I don't see things turning too well for him.
Does that mean that maybe we should go now?
It does.
Hi.
How far is it from here to anywhere, anything but plains, woods, anything like that?
I mean, there's scattered forest, hillocks. It's not straight plains in the area. There's a river to the north, a bit of a forest to the east. But most of this is in the Brevoy Plains in this area, so you'll find scattered copses of trees, rolling hills, some badlands, but a lot of plains.
All right. Well, I'm ready to see what we can see on the ground.
Agreed.
Lander's a good kid. He's just a bit headstrong, I'd say.
Do you think there's anyone in that section of town that may have seen him leave? Any guards or anything like that?
It's possible. Like I said, he said he was going to head out on the southwest road looking for those bandits.
Well, couldn't
Maybe
hurt
we
to
should
check.
have tea later.
We'll have time.
All the time in the world.
If you're going to be out hunting some of those critters at all, I could sell you some weapons. Great discount.
Gorknut is carrying 3 largish weapons on him. He's like, no thank you.
At the moment, I find myself suitably armed.
My
Even
my
if
masterwork scimitar has been in many adventures with me.
even a cursory glance around can easily show you that some of his weapons are of masterwork quality. He is actually a skilled smith.
Well, my
Just so you're aware, he's not just being a salesman.
I wouldn't know anyway.
I think my steel should serve for the time being. I'm not sure I can handle some of these swords you've got here.
All right.
Can he upgrade my sword?
No, but he could sell you a masterwork sword.
Yeah, I already got a masterwork.
Okay. You generally can't upgrade weapons.
Damn it.
Like, you can, a magical weapon can be upgraded, but you can't, like, once you get to masterwork, mundane things don't get better.
You can make it sharper, but to no avail.
The only thing,
Eventually, it'll just
the only way to go, only place to go for masterwork is straight into magical.
Are you guys going to head out then?
Let's bolt.
Okay. So what are you going to do?
I guess I'm gonna try to find the southwest road and see if there's any guards or inns or anything like that near the edge of town.
Sure, you can make a diplomacy check.
Oh,
Gather information.
God.
I was going to try to roll a different skill.
What did I get?
Skill.
What did I get?
You got a 3.
You didn't do great, buddy.
You are unable to find a guard post or an inn or anything in that area.
May I try to do the same thing?
Sure.
Ooh.
Gorknot will
Damn,
just
Gorknot.
walk up and ask. And on deck.
Ardak is an amateur.
I'm
Okay,
not
you
gonna try.
guys are going to ask around for information.
Whoops, that's a 19. I didn't add my -1 charisma.
Are there two of us that have negative charisma in this party?
Excellent.
Booyah.
Lander is the younger Dame Sorona's, younger of Dame Sorona's 2 children. He's good looking and has caught the eyes of several noble scions in Silverhall. He has always been fascinated by stories of bravery and daring do. When he was a child, he has spent hours questioning soldiers, guards, and mercenaries about their campaigns and fights against monsters. His collection of brevic military histories is second to none in Silverhall. And most recently, some people have seen him in the southern outskirts of town over the last couple of months, slaughtering dire rats and other urban vermin with a finely made sword, and rumors of this has gotten around being not quite proper behavior for a young lord. As for seeing him leave town, you can get a couple of people who say they're not sure, but they think they saw him leaving town about 2 days ago, going southwest.
Oh. Well.
Well, I have no
Southwest
particular
it
skill in
is.
tracking, but southwest sounds like the best bet to me.
I can
I
do
might.
alright, but we'll need to find a trail first.
There is a road going southwest.
Let's try the road for starters and see if
Has
we
it
can...
rained or anything like that in the past couple of days, or is it mostly...
Not really.
So at least we might still have a trail to work with, if we find one.
So now I need to know about your overland traveling speed.
Oh, it's pretty
I
good.
believe most of us are 30, and one of us is 40?
Okay.
Unless
Nice.
Mitch is wearing medium armor.
Who's 40? Is Gork now at 40?
I'm 30.
Hi, I'm
I'm
Gorknot.
30. Hi, I'm Gorknot. Welcome to Gorknot's Running Fast class.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Let's see. So the party's walking speed is 30 feet, correct?
You bet.
Mhm.
Okay. You can walk along this path for about 2 days. Outside of the town.
I will try to
Um,
my
you
eye out.
traveled approximately 50 miles.
This has been a crappy 2 days. I wish we had brought horses.
Tried to keep my eyes out for any sign of trails diverging from the road, like some guy chasing a rat into the woods and then getting captured by kobolds or something.
Gorknot will also be
Sure.
on the lookout.
You can make a survival check, Ed.
Hot stuff.
Can I also
Anyone
use
who-
him?
Anyone who is not tracking can make a perception check.
I'd like to make
I
a perception
am
check.
Tracking.
And you can make a survival check.
So,
Gorknot!
Hold on.
What did you do?
That is
get
a -1 wisdom.
so if we're not tracking, we do perception or survival.
Okay.
No, just perception. Tracking would be the survival. Perception
Yep.
would be just what you would see.
Okay, so I'm gonna do perception
That's what I did.
Sure.
because I got
Huh.
points for that.
I got 18.
Arndak and Gorknot, you both have actually picked up some footprints that you are fairly sure are his. It is a higher step and more narrow boots, so than most peasants would wear.
Fancy man boots.
So you think you're pretty sure that this is a nobleman's boot, and you do catch them in the mud here and there. You've been following them for the last 2 days, and you do see a place where you think they're turning off following a deer trail.
Is it
Tayang,
18 on perception?
You notice a handkerchief tied on a tree branch a little ways off the trail at the road at this deer trail.
Yeah, I will, I guess, peer at it without taking it off of whatever branch it's on. Does it look like a men's or a woman's handkerchief?
It's definitely a men's handkerchief.
Does it have any,
There's a little crest on it.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
It has the crest of House Labetta, a white swan and a blue background with a rising sun in the background, which I'm sure Ed knows from just hearing them.
Man, that's kind of an ugly crest.
Well, gentlemen, looks like we're on the right path.
It was awfully nice of him to leave us his calling card. I'm worried that he has delusions of grandeur.
You know, we've been a little bit remiss in actually introducing people. You guys have been traveling on the road for 2 days and definitely have had a chance to get to know each other. So now would be a good time for everybody to introduce their characters so everybody knows who each other is playing.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, alphabetical order. Arndak's first. Arndak is he has the outward appearance of a sort of cloaked and brooding half-orc, but he's fairly personable when he's in a leisure situation. He carries many blades, favoring his longsword, and you would know that he's a slayer, whom are, of course, consummate hunters. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Going in alphabetical order, Gorknot is also a half-orc with he's got nice, I believe, studded leather armor on. He's very big with gray skin that looks like just below the surface is like black and red tinted blood that you can't really. I guess it's kind of also a little on the surface too.
Whoa! Red blood? Wow.
It's like red tinted. I don't know.
Does it glow?
It's cool.
Yeah, kind
Is
of.
it?
And same with his hair. It's got black and red teaming within it. With like I don't know what normal color his hair is, and he's got black eyes. Took a little bloodshot too. He's also carrying a falchion, a great axe, and a rapier.
Aha.
And he's a blood rager.
I believe Mitch is next, alphabetically.
All right, so Mitch is an elf, a young one. He's like 100-something years old.
Yeah, young, whatever.
Yeah. He pretty much grew up as a scholarly gentleman. Spent a lot of time on the books, and during his time at the university, he took up fencing and mastered many blades, but his favorite was the scimitar. After spending so many times in the university, he fed up with all this theoretical knowledge and decided to join the Pathfinder Society to go on a journey, for he believed no greater knowledge is than that of experience. So his main goal in joining is to learn as many spells as he can, meet as many people as he can, and generally make his own knowledge so he can write his own book on experience in the Pathfinder Guild.
Excellent.
Definitely a lot more of a scholar than Taeyang is. Taeyang went to the Arcanumerium at a young age. He's a human. He's in his late 20s. He's a little under 5.5 feet tall. Mostly muscly, kind of stout guy. He has no hair on his head and no eyebrows. He does look like he has some. He had some mild to severe, we'll say, encounters with fire at one point, which has left his head not so great to look at. But like I said, no eyebrows, no hair. They just don't grow anymore. He was a member of the Arcanumirium until his desire for flashier practical magics left him in dire straits. So he decided to leave and join the Pathfinders because books and fire clearly do not go well together. And yeah, he carries at the moment he's carrying a longsword, a flail, and a light mace that is silver.
Excellent.
Oh, he's also a magus.
So you have gotten to know each other over the course of this
Oh,
travel for a while. So you do know who you are, and you have at least talked about tactics some. That's why you know each other's classes and stuff like that.
Right.
Eva, did you have a question?
no, Gorknot is also a worshiper of Lamashtu. He would have told you that.
Neat.
Okay. Can we not have Gorknot be giant though? Because that's changing it on all of the maps now.
Gorknot is colossal.
Yeah, it's cool. Let him be.
Okay.
Why do you have to hate him just because of his different abilities?
He is not a size colossal half-orc. Though, interestingly enough, in a recent Pathfinder game I was in, we did have a gnome turn permanently into a half-orc from an effect. So he is an adult half-orc with a strength of 5. Which is not normally possible.
All right then.
So it's very amusing.
Alright.
That is something. I don't even know how that would happen. Oh, that is terrible.
Okay.
I love the idea of getting a race change. That's just...
The only thing that book-wise that changes your race permanently that I can think of is reincarnation, which is, as always, one of the one of the least ideal ways of bringing someone back from the dead.
But the most hilarious, can you still be a bear?
Because they might be like a dog or something.
It is possible. Okay.
Wait, if someone is reincarnated as a dog, and then they die, if they're
I don't remember how it
cast
works
Raise
anymore.
Dead on them, or do they come back as a dog?
Yes.
I
Anyway,
have no idea how it works.
are you guys going to follow this path?
Yeah, I'm going to try to
the
track the trail.
trail. Okay.
Oh my god, now that we found the path,
What was that?
Make another final check to follow. Are you just gonna walk, or anything else?
I'm not really cut out for sneaking, but if you say you want to,
I
I'll
would
try.
like to sneak one. I don't think I want to sneak until we have some strong inclination that there is something threatening. Just because we have no idea how far this is. All we know is that this situation seems pretty bad, so we should maybe hurry.
If you are trying to be cautious as you travel through the woodlands, as in if you would like to try to be sneaky at all, you should be sneaky. If you
I will
don't
be
want to
sneaky.
worry about it, then you should not be worried.
When it comes to
Just like a lot.
sneaking, I both
I will
won't
sneak.
and don't.
Okay. So, if there's a person in the party who is not sneaking, that is fine.
All right.
I'm gonna try to sneak.
Are you guys all trying to sneak?
I'll try to sneak too. I believe in myself.
Sure.
And I believe in you,
If
Mitch.
he sees everyone sneaking, or if you tell him to, he will say, "Do we have to?"
I'll say just crouch down and walk real slow.
For rolling stealth, my stealth is 25.
Thanks, Ed.
What
Right?
is the negative?
I
of
guess.
studded armor?
2?
Is it?
That's 2 or 1.
The
I'm
deer
wearing-
trail winds
well-
past a large pond fed by a spring. Reeds and sedges grow around the pond, and piping birds are audible over the gurgling of running water. The pond drains from a stream flowing southwards. A section of grasses has been cleared away near the north edge of the pond, revealing a small fire pit caked with ashes. That is what you see as you're approaching.
Let's sniff around this fire pit, I guess. Try to look for clues.
Sure, let's do this for no reason.
I feel safe.
I'm going to look for clues. Would you like me to roll initiative for no reason also?
No, we don't need to do that quite yet.
Okay, good. Wait, what do you mean yet?
I will have my sword drawn, though, not pursuant to anything related to this map appearing, but because I'm naturally cautious.
That seems legitimate to me.
Yeah, so
if we've been sneaking, I am armed.
Okay.
That is it.
Always armed.
I guess I'll follow the bandwagon and draw my sword too.
I will
Evo,
stealthily...
just because you have arms doesn't mean you're armed.
It does, actually.
Figure this out, Corknut.
Yes, it does.
I will,
Actually, it does for him.
stealthily approach the fire pit and start looking for clues.
Sure.
I guess I'm going to go down by the water. And look for clues.
Look for clues.
Gorknot is a rebel who does not like to be in a single square.
You don't need your squares.
Someone moved me in a half
I don't need
square,
those
so I
stinking
put
squares.
myself in it.
Sure. And Mitch is hanging back, it looks like.
Oh no, I'm coming forward.
If you use the snap to grid, you'll stay in a square.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Pass.
He's like, I already grabbed it. I'm stuck now.
Everybody can make perception checks.
A what check?
I would love to.
Perception.
Perception checks. What
Oh,
check does the
dude.
jam?
Why do I even have a plus in this game?
Hey, that was a pretty good bonus that I wasted.
Fucking hell.
We're doing perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome, Evo.
Oh, look at that!
What?
Nothing.
What the
What?
hell?
Excellent.
Our
Oh.
highest perception was a 6.
Then you guys do not act on the surprise round.
Oh, you bet.
What a
we
shock!
It's
I
neat
can't
that all
believe
these characters
we
are
rolled
gonna
so
die.
bad. What is wrong with us?
A very
It's cool.
short session indeed.
I'm glad no one's watching right now. Wait, is anyone watching right now? Please tell me no one's seeing this embarrassment.
Guys, game like no one's watching. All right.
We certainly do perceive like no one's watching.
No, we perceive like we're not watching.
Oh, fire!
Stalwart and fire
Sure.
heat, my
So, you guys can roll initiative. Remember, you have to act on the first turn because the surprise.
You can right click and add
7.
to turn order.
Yeah.
Oops.
Come on. Ooh, yeah!
Lordy.
Oh, yeah!
Ow, yeah!
So we all
Like
rolled
that.
terrible on that too. Neat.
I did all right.
Because Rory rolled phenomenally.
It doesn't matter how well I rolled, but I did roll okay.
They get
You get to
attacked
add twice. Oh, Mitch is gonna be a corpse immediately.
Yep. Need my 9 HP.
Sure. Okay.
Oh man, you should have
So-
taken toughness.
Um,
I know, I should have. No, maybe I did. Hold on.
the water next to you bursts out, and you see
Okay,
a
I
humanoid form like lurch out of the boggy marsh water, and it looks a little bit disoriented that he was underwater hiding in there.
Ninjas.
But he is going to try to hit you with a weapon. He has a longsword. So what is your flat-footed AC?
If you're like me, your dexterity is not very
You're
good.
fine. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Yes, look at that winning.
Whoa!
The one across that was hiding in the reeds, just so people to know, the greener area is
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain, and you count as having concealment in it because it's like reeds. You'll have 20%
Sweet.
misses.
I'm in the dark part.
He is shooting at Taiyang,
With a crossbow or bow?
longbow,
Longbow.
but he
That
will
sounds-
miss.
Thank goodness.
And the other one there is going to stand up, and are his tactics really that stupid?
He's
Stand
going
up,
to.
put his hands
Is he
up.
gonna
his
stand up
weapons
and then is he gonna
various-
throw shurikens?
No, but he's going to stand up and
Monk tactics.
I was not present for the shuriken throwing session, but I was watching.
I mean, there's.
He's gonna
Only-
move.
What?
The surprise round.
Yes, thank you.
He, by the way, has a mace drawn.
Yeah, dude,
he
keep
is
going.
grinning. He is grinning and looks really like he's gonna enjoy this. And now he's gonna go again for the first real round of combat. And he's gonna move there and take a swing. He twirls his mace as he goes in.
Whoa.
And is going to attack Mitch. Mitch, are you human for no reason?
What?
Are you human?
I'm an elf.
Okay.
He could have attacked either one of the half-orcs.
He could have, but his tactics say not to do that.
We fought these
Tactics
guys.
are...
We fought these guys before.
Did he attack me?
Ranger Bandit's favorite enemy, human.
Yeah, and what evil ranger would not?
I
non-human
absolutely
A
ranger.
would.
human ranger
Okay.
who takes elves.
So just so you know, he is swinging his mace for non-lethal damage, but he is not taking a penalty doing so.
Wow!
That is
I'm impressed.
weirdly specific.
Or
Does
whatever.
a 14 hit your flat-footed AC, Mitch?
Yes.
No!
Okay.
my bad.
And you're not human. So you only take 9 points of non-lethal damage.
Wow.
So I'm knocked out.
Damn it.
Immediately.
So he clocks you in the head. It just knocks you unconscious. It doesn't kill you because it's non-lethal damage. Arndak?
Alright, I'm
Wow.
going to use a move action.
Oh, by the way, he laughs uproariously when he does that. He's really happy to have knocked someone down.
Ha 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 ha! I'm going to use a move action to study Wisant's tactics to gain my study target bonus.
It's like Vicent. It's like Wisent.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step and I'm going to power attack his butt.
Okay,
Short style.
go for it.
Oh, damn it. Well, it didn't work out.
You know, I just made an assumption that you guys are playing at low tier. Just want to make sure that that assumption
Nope,
is
yep.
correct.
I'm
Okay.
still at 1.
A 1, a 2,
One.
and a 1.
Okay.
We have a level 2 Magus, so basically 4 level 1 characters.
Low.
Sure. This guy is going to try to tumble around Arndak.
Jack's going to cut his butt.
Does a 13 beat your CMB?
Oh, no way.
Then you can attack him.
Hell yeah. $14 hit him?
It does.
Haha! For 9?
Okay. He seems like he's not doing so hot after that hit, but he is going to still attack. .22 to hit Arndak
Yeah, for sure.
for 7 damage.
I'm hurt, but I'm not dropped.
The other one is going to draw something out of his pocket and throw it at Yang.
Is this lethal damage for what it's
That
worth?
was a longsword, yeah.
Okay.
Don't throw anything at me. Is that okay? Like a fair request?
He's throwing a small bag at you.
No,
What?
don't tangle my feet.
Does a 17 hit your touch AC?
Just wait. Do I have concealment?
You do. You can roll. I guess I can roll that. One is bad for me.
Damn it.
Yes.
Yep, 17 hits is my touch AC. Let's do this. Let me guess. My feet are tangled.
You get a reflex save, I believe.
17.
Okay.
reflex
Looking
save.
for the DC. I am positive that is high enough. Not being tangled.
There's almost.
There's no way. It's 17.
Non-magical alchemical items have...
Is that
It was,
12
it
or
was
13?
DC 15.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. That's actually higher than I thought.
Should have been a 13. Would it? That guy's a dirty cheater.
So I assume... Wait, what does happen?
So you are entangled, but you are not stuck in place.
Sure, so that lowers my movement speed?
Entangled gives you a -2 penalty on attack rolls and -4 dexterity check penalty.
Great. And I become unentangled with a strength check, right?
Yes. Strength or escape artist.
Well, I'm
And then
not about to make an escape artist check. But it doesn't impede my movement speed, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna go
At least you don't
5, 10, 15, 20. Is this deep enough water for me to have to jump or swim?
The shoreline water is, remember that, yeah, the reeds are difficult terrain. The shallow, like light blue water is difficult terrain and will be hard to tumble through. The dark blue water is deep water and will be hard to move through.
Sure. I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna try to mangle this guy.
Sure.
I'm gonna use a swift action. I'm gonna use a swift action to make my weapon magical.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey.
then I'm gonna
That works.
see something about spell strike.
Why is Mitch no longer in the turn order?
It's a terrific question.
Oh, you could still be healed if someone were to heal you. You might end up in there.
Also, occasionally enemies have tactics like stab someone who is on the ground and make them bleed out to death, or something like that.
It's a really
Rarely that they do, and so it is important to still have be in the turn order to know and find out if you start
So-
bleeding to death.
Rory, if I miss a spell strike, do I still
You can choose to hold the charge in your weapon if you like to.
Sure, that's what I want to do.
Remember that when holding a charged spell, if you cast another spell, you will it is lost.
Yes.
Oh.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it's very cool.
That was awesome.
Who's up?
Okay, I am. I'm going to attack him with shocking grasp.
Sure.
Spell strike. Dear.
Is it water?
So you're using spell combat?
I'm using spell strike. I don't think I have to use spell combat to do it.
Right. Okay, I was just curious if you were. But that's fine. You move more than 5 feet, so you couldn't anyway.
Yeah.
Alright,
Sorry. I got a 19 to. That wasn't
That'll
even
hit.
enough. I do need to check something else though.
I assume you cast before you moved in,
I didn't, but there we go.
so that's to cast defensively.
Um, so 19. I'm gonna do. Plus 20 damage.
Oh yeah,
15 of which is electric.
slaughtered.
Oh, was he wearing metal armor? I think I would have
Gordon
wanted
not?
to hit him.
He was only wearing leather. He was only wearing leather armor. So no.
Okay, well, murdered.
Gorkana's gonna take a 5-foot step, see that his friend is injured. He's gonna rage, he's gonna drop his falchion, and he's gonna attack this guy twice with 2 hulking claws.
Yeah!
Okay.
This is what happens when you attack a scholar.
13,
13 will not hit.
16.
16 will hit.
That is 8 damage.
Okay. You're unconscious. He's gonna attack Arndak because he's flanking. He sneers at you when you hit him. By the way, he looks pretty injured, but he just sneers at you.
Who is this guy?
Okay.
Ed
That's how
is
you this guy is. Of course.
so
The dead man walking.
Dead man walking.
attempt to hit him. An 8, I am sure, will miss. Arndak.
He's a consummate hunter. There's no way
I'm
that.
sorry, is somebody doing a thing to me?
Winston's tried to hit you with his mace, but rolled an 8 total.
Hey,
It is your turn.
time for me to hunt consummately?
If you only if you feel like it.
Alright, I am going to take a move action to study the guy who tried to tumble past me last turn,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to whomp him with my sword.
Sure.
Oops. Ugh. And I'm going to take a 5-foot step thusly. And I'm done.
$18 to hit Arndak.
It's hit.
Another 5 damage with a longsword.
Arndak is not dropped, but he appears woozy to the extreme.
Taeyang.
All right, Taeyang is going to attempt a strength check to break from the entanglement. Is a 16 enough?
That is a standard action, remember. To attack.
Yep, I know.
That is enough.
All right. 5, 10.
That's 20. Remember, so, right? The a lot of this terrain is difficult.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, whenever I do this, I always just count up to 15 if I'm in difficult terrain. It's
Sure.
It's not a good way to do things. And is the one to my right difficult or not difficult?
You could make an acrobatics check to not have it difficult.
It's difficult. I'm moving here.
Sure.
You know what? Taeyang believes that a man needs to know his limits. The GM asked for an acrobatics check. That's Taeyang's limit.
Oh, yeah. When raging, Gurknot looks very much like a demon. The red and the black start overtaking his gray skin, and he is going to try to put his 5 claws into the guy's belly with a
How many
13. I mean, 5 fingers.
Oh. I thought you had like 5 hands of claws.
Nope,
That would have been.
it's
That would be awesome.
And then he's going to do it again with the other hand.
That'd be awesome.
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and he is going to do 10 damage.
He drops.
He is going to... Is the fire difficult terrain or difficult to walk in? Can I 5-foot step into it?
Yeah, it's old. You can probably step in.
Whoop. Right there.
Arndak,
Okay, 0 hit points. What is the rule?
you
What
get a
can't I
single
do?
action. It's either standard or move, and then you collapse and take 1 hit point of damage.
If I don't do anything, I don't have a problem.
And you can do like simple things without.
Can I take a 5-foot step and no actions and stay conscious?
Yes.
I will take a 5-foot step behind my boy Gorknot.
That's effectively like staggering or crawling away.
Yep, I will. I can't draw a potion and drink it, so I'm going to do this.
This bandit is going to try to withdraw.
Okay.
Charge him, Gorknot.
To there? To Young?
We're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then well, against my better judgment, I am going to throw a flask of alchemist fire.
Oh,
at him.
damn it, I forgot about my thing.
The grassy terrain.
I can still take act because I'm a half-orc. I can still do stuff when I'm...
Okay, here we go. I'm rolling to hit his touch AC with alchemist fire. Is that true?
Yes. Like with grenade. Like.
Oh, I threatened a critical.
Okay. You are getting a -2 because of the range increment, I believe. Because
Sure. So I got a 20 even.
20 will hit,
Okay.
and you can't critical because of the grenade like that.
Sure. Well, I will take my 1d4. Is it just a d4?
D6.
d6. Damn, 2 damage. And I think he gets a save or he's on fire.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, back here, scoundrel, or I'll light you on fire.
He is on fire. Gorknot?
There we go.
Cool. If I run up to him and hit him, can I... do I take fire damage?
Nope.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, Gorknot is going to, as he's moving, pull out his great axe from his back and hit the guy in the face with it.
Excellent.
$21 to hit.
That'll hit.
$15 damage.
He had 2 hit points left.
Yes.
There is a good chance he would have burned to death on the following turn.
Well, Gorknot stops raging.
But he is
can't
well
be.
and truly, absolutely, completely dead.
I assume that guy and probably also the guy that I shocking grasped.
Two of them are brutally murdered. But one of them is merely bleeding out.
You don't come at me with a tanglefoot bag and expect to walk away from it. I'm just saying.
You don't expect to
Wait.
walk away from a tanglefoot bag usually because your
Nobody
feet are...
tangles my feet. I'm gonna ignore the bleeding out guy, and I'm gonna go over to my friend Arndak
Yeah?
and say, it might take a little while, but if you have one of those wands, I could attempt to make it work for you.
I haven't.
This is a no healer party, a no social skill party, isn't it?
Gorknot is going to say,
This is a group of 4 people who should never be working together.
Maybe
I have,
they have
We
a
have-
map.
We have
I
a
have-
difficult diplomatic mission for you. We will choose 2 Maguses and 2 half-orcs.
I have no wand, but I do have a potion or 2 in my pack if you could help me get one out.
Well, I'll try to
Or
make my wand
check-
work for you. I have a
check
lot of
those-
charges.
If you're slow and careful, that's fine.
Check those fellows to see
Ooh,
if...
here you go, Ed. I'll give you a charge for my wand.
Okay.
You can have 7.
Hey, I'll check one of the fallen bad guys to see if any of them have any potions.
Yeah, you can search through the bad guy's gear and recover 5 masterwork arrows,
Any archers?
2 remaining tanglefoot bags, 2
Ooh.
remaining thunderstones,
Those are actually okay.
masterwork studded leather armor, a masterwork heavy mace, 3 longbows and 60 additional arrows, and a silver signet ring worth 25 gold, and a sword of change worth 6 gold pieces.
Does the signet ring look like it's from House Levita?
It does not say.
I'm gonna
Um,
assume no then.
Does anybody have a strong attachment to this mace?
I certainly don't.
No, but I will take it if no one wants
It
it.
occurs to me that I don't have any weapons that aren't slashing weapons.
I would like this masterwork studded leather.
Yeah,
Go for
you're
it.
welcome to it.
As you're starting to look at the weapons and gear, people can make an praise or perception check, or if someone has a relevant craft skill for examining gear.
Yeah, I'll check out the. I'll try appraise. 'Cause I have a intelligence modifier.
Perception 19.
20 on appraise. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you looking at the weapons, you see that all of the weapons have a maker's mark clearly on the hilt of an eagle clutching a pair of tongs.
Ooh, I
Hmm.
goddamn knew it.
Done. Done. Done.
I seriously almost asked that bastard if he was or was at any point a bandit.
Have you been
Well-
or are you now a bandit?
Yeah, I'll take the bows.
Are you now, or have you ever been
Angrily.
affiliated with unrepentant banditry? Yeah, if anybody, I don't know. I would like to carry a Thunderstone and a Masterwork Mace.
Question.
Unless
If
someone-
anyone has any amount of dexterity, or even if they don't, the Tanglefoot Bag and Thunderstone action might not be bad.
Cool.
I
will
assume not
take-
Gorknot.
What?
I got some dexterity.
I got
in
dexterity.
future,
Fair enough.
I got, dude.
in
I got
future,
2
I'm almost-
negatives.
I'm pretty sure Arndak is gonna be in the habit of buying that flash powder we got in the last in the Goblin Guild adventure, because that stuff was pretty tight. It's like the Thunderstone of vision.
My dex is also
Um,
+1, but I have enough
I
spells
don't-
that I'm not super concerned.
I'm not particularly afraid that we're going to get any undead in this adventure, but it just occurred to me that not having any weapons that aren't slashing is a serious.
Also, it's a
Lacuna.
Masterwork heavy mace. If you don't have a
Winter's still
Masterwork
bleeding out
weapon,
the lake at this point.
What's
well,
does
bandage him. I'm gonna try.
I
I guess.
guess.
Uh,
Let's hope we
Strong
can
conscious.
die.
Yep, you
Oh.
managed to
Oh.
stabilize him, Taeyang.
All right. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna stabilize him and then not push him in the lake.
How long does it take for Mitch to wake up?
An hour?
It'll take him an hour if you don't try to heal him.
I got potions in my bag.
I'll
We
try
can
to-
wait.
For non-lethal damage, it doesn't really
Exactly.
seem practical to.
We have an hour to
Uh,
wait. We
Okay.
can just say we're waiting an hour and then Mitch will wake up.
Sure.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys
waiting
can
it
wait
out.
an hour.
Can I set a fire?
In an hour, Mitch will regain 1 hit point.
Nice.
Sweet.
Will that
Did
bring
we say we were stabilizing Wissant?
Yes.
Yep.
Taeyang rolled for
Could
that.
we?
He is not
Could we like
stabilizing.
bind him or something?
Of course, you could make a survival check.
Hell yeah, I can.
Oh, can I help him?
Yes, you can assist.
I could have helped me.
I don't help.
Okay.
Well, thank you for trying.
So in an
You're no
hour,
half-orc,
it's
so
conscious.
unexpected. In an hour, Mitch is conscious.
Is he with 1 hit point regained?
I mean, he only took non-lethal damage, didn't he?
Right, but he might have had more non-lethal damage than
Recover,
hit
I
points.
thought you recover your rate per hour instead of per day.
I think
Oh.
so. So you would get one
So-
back. Does that bring you up to any hit points?
Yeah, I think he was at 0.
Yeah, I was at 0. Now I'm at 1.
Rockin'. So now you're
Okay.
awake.
Primo.
Better than not being awake. I'm gonna say, you got a nasty lump, but I think you'll make it.
It's like, I'm not gonna stand next to a river again.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good.
It's a
Idea.
bold claim.
Well, we have the scoundrel who did it. Arndek tied him up well enough, with my help, obviously. And, well, we can wait, or we can... we can make a 2-day trip to confront the other scoundrel who sold us out, but...
It could be that his merchandise was stolen, but he did say that wasn't the case.
He was very much trying to downplay the bandit problem in the area. I have a feeling that he's been pumping the boy for information.
Let's
My head still
I guess
hurts. Can't think straight.
If you'd like to, you can sit, but there's nothing comfortable to sit on.
Well, this grass
What do
looks
you think?
comfortable.
I would like
You
to
can
maybe
sit on
wait
one of
for
these
this,
dead guys.
for this clown to wake up. If it looks like it's going to happen, and then maybe we can pump him for some info.
Oh,
He might
Sure.
know what's happened.
I would like to do that.
You're gonna
All right.
wait like a day for him to become conscious. Is what the hope is.
Oh, it's gonna take a whole day? How unconscious did we make this guy?
You did real damage to him.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna,
Oh, boy.
Well,
I'm gonna try to activate this wand.
If we dunk him in the water.
Good waterboard him.
3
It's-
charges, Lee?
It's 20 to use a wand, right?
Yep.
There we go.
4 charges. Okay. You can
Wait,
roll
does it take a wand every time I fail, or take a charge
Yes.
every time I fail?
Yep.
Oh, that's a real bummer.
Yep.
He gets 6.
He will be conscious. He realizes
Alright.
he's tied up and will struggle valiantly for a moment and then kind of tire.
well.
That's me down to 39 charges.
That might actually be more cost efficient to use a potion.
We are getting there, yes.
That's the wrong song. This is a better discussion song. Yes?
I told you we were going to be here.
What do you mean?
Or were you just waiting for some poor schmucks to come by this watering hole? I'll gesture towards the guy who was in the water.
We heard you coming and we set up an ambush.
Have you seen the young Lebeda boy? Landol or whatever his name is.
I don't know kid's name, but we recently kidnapped a weak little lordling.
That sounds about right.
Where is he?
Yeah, we took him. Took him back to our camp.
Where's
Now
he
we've
now?
reached the heart of the matter.
I must be around here somewhere. Seems like I've forgotten exactly where.
All right. Well, I guess you're no longer of any use to us. And I'm going to raise his mace up high in the air.
Would you like to make an intimidate check?
I would love to.
I was just gonna push him over in the water. I don't know. Your way seems better.
Oh.
My way was
Great.
best.
Okay. I'll talk. No reason to get hasty with that. There, the camp is a little bit south of here, down in the forest section of the plains. Please don't tell Donna that I told you, though. She'll kill me.
Ooh.
Aldona, the mistress of the moon, leader of our gang. Well,
Sounds like a target to me. How about this? You make yourself scarce. That is to say, leave the area. Don't bother these people anymore.
you're gonna let me go?
And I'd like you to remember the kindness the Pathfinder showed you. With any luck, in the future, you'll be able to, I don't know, maybe be a little bit less of an asshole and join us.
Sure, yeah, whatever you say. You let me go, I'll get out of your hair.
As punishment, though, we're going to take your shoes. Sorry. I'm going to take his shoes off, and then I'm going to cut his rope.
Take a shirt too.
That's fair.
Good.
There are some beasts on here there. Can I have a weapon?
Yeah, I'll give him 5 arrows.
With no bow?
With no bow. I'll say, good hunting.
Those are good arrows.
They are.
He looks really crestfallen at that, but he will
How
walk
about
off.
try to not come across any of those beasts?
There's fish in the water here, probably.
He will
Well-
leave. If you are letting him go, he will leave quickly.
Mhm.
All right.
And then,
Did anybody examine the bodies at all, or just the equipment?
Gork now is
Just-
trying to look at over the bodies 'cause he wanted to find a map to see where they were initially.
Sure. You can make a heal check.
Oh god, it's the exact same as perception, so it's not that terrible.
-1.
Oh,
They definitely have been in battles, but other than that, you're pretty sure that the red stuff leaking out of him is probably supposed to be inside of them.
Yeah, you know how your blood is so bright red? Well, theirs is pretty red too.
I'll say.
All right, well.
I'll say. Well, now he'll know from now on that the Pathfinders are generous.
Can I at least check his pockets?
Also, there's no way we can wear these boots. They're disgusting.
I'm gonna look in his pockets.
I already told you everything that you found.
Blah. Yeah, no, I know.
Rory, I'm going to do everybody a favor
I'm not
and burn
putting
his
my
boots.
hands in him.
And what?
I'm going to do everybody a favor and burn his boots because there's no way anyone on Earth will want to wear those. And
Sure.
then, and then I am
Very
going to.
Cruel.
Grade school joke.
You
It's
may
like,
not-
oh, he's got snake
but-
feet.
Pathfinder Society does actually have a clause of no torture in it.
It's not torture. He can still definitely make it, and he can take the path and everything. It's
Yeah,
very
dude,
nice.
that is not remotely torture.
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't actually realize that was one of the class. That's besides
That
the
was-
point. It's punishment, not torture. They're totally different.
Right.
Yes, you're being punished
I-
with torture.
So he did give some directions of where the camp is. It's about a 3-mile walk away from here.
well,
All
3
right,
miles
let's go.
is 3 miles is plenty.
Okay, so you'd be getting there close to nightfall of your
Mhm.
first day out.
Let me take point. I'm stealthy.
You guys are going to be stealthy. Is that what I heard?
That is kind of
Well,
your
I'm going to
thing.
be stealthy, and I'm going to try to be a little ahead of the group so that I can benefit from my stealth a little.
Sure.
I'll try to be stealthy.
form a semicircle around a large fire pit in this clearing on a hillside. The smell of roasting meat wafts through the air, and a plume of smoke rises from the fire. This place is easy to find when you know it's in the right direction, since you have firelight, talking voices, and a plume of smoke in the air. Several large barrels sit beside the opening of the largest of these tents. And everybody can make stealth checks. Unless you're unless you're staying a good distance away.
Before we get
I
there,
would
can
be
I
staying
drink
a good
one
distance
of my healing potions?
Sure.
I think
I just wanted to get on the record.
It's not if we're staying a good
There we
distance
go.
away, if he's staying a good distance ahead.
Okay, so anyone who's
I would
not
be going.
can place themselves kind of off the map in the corner that you guys are on, and anybody who is being stealthy should place themselves on the map in that corner somewhere.
All
Which
right.
corner?
So like where Taeyang is, that's fine if he's not being stealthy, and if you're being stealthy somewhere up like where you were, is
I
fine.
know better than to rely on my stealth. I would let Arndak go ahead.
Can we
Like,
be
is that an
stealthy?
appropriate spot for me to be
So
if
it
I'm
looks
sneaking
like three. Did Mitch roll stealth also? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mitch was being stealthy up there as well.
up?
Don't worry, we
What?
the high. Arndak got a 13. You're not really dragging him
You
down.
guys
No.
are like 20 feet back off the map. Just
That's
not-
fine.
I'm gonna drink one of my potions.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you had like a 40-minute walk.
Oh, so how much will that heal me?
None unless you drink a potion.
Okay, so I'm gonna drink my potion.
Yeah,
It
it'll
just,
heal for
you
a D
had
plus
time
one.
to have healed, is what I'm saying. Like from magical healing.
Doesn't
Um,
doesn't healing do an equal amount of non-lethal healing too?
He only has non-lethal damage though.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The potion will not do anything.
No,
well-
it'll heal you. It'll heal your
Well,
non-lethal.
Yeah. Potion will heal non-lethal hit points.
If you have lethal and non-lethal, you gotta get to double dip with magic healing.
Okay. Alright.
But
So-
since you only have one, you're fine.
Potion's 1d6, right?
That's a D8 plus one.
1d6 is first and second ed healing potions.
Okay.
Here's
Uh,
hope.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So you guys can approach, and you see two people are at the fire.
Okay.
They don't appear to have noticed you at this point.
What should we do? I whisper, what should we do? Magic missile?
If you haven't,
Yes.
be my guest.
Tempting.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to signal to the others to get closer. I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna try to get like over here. I'll say, do you want me to go around the side?
So if you're approaching that close, you should make stealth checks, and the two people who are already there can make perception checks to watch the camp. That would be Mitch and Arndak can make perception checks, and Gorknot and Taeyang can make stealth checks as they approach.
I got a 16 perception.
I got 10 perception.
Oh,
Because the dice are my friend.
And was that a stealth of 2, Gorknot?
yeah, it is a stealth of 2 with Gorknot.
Oh god.
Hey guys, what's
Then
going on?
You will be going into initiative at this point.
Stealth of 3 actually, my bad.
Mitch, I just revealed a third bandit down in the wood line, a little bit to the southeast. Do you see him?
Mm-hmm.
Mitch is the only one aware of that bandit. So, Yosef, you do see him down there, but nobody else knows he's there at this point.
So I'm guessing Gorgnot alerted everyone, right?
It is... Gorknot is crashing through the woods. I mean, it is...
Didn't that trip us
We might,
dropped a tree?
we might as well have brought a wagon with a donkey.
I'm not crashing through the woods. He's
Ah.
Crashing through the woods.
He's
with a
probably
gar-
talking too
you got a
loudly.
3. I mean, that...
I like talking too loud.
Obvious.
If people are trying to be stealthy, someone's not gonna be like. He's dumb. He
You
just
don't,
probably
you don't
forgot
crash
what
on
he was
purpose.
doing.
You crash on accident.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Yeah,
not
you're
crashing
walking real
through,
slow.
it's
Each
like just
fall is like.
trips or something. Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to be stealthy. I just weigh 220 pounds.
You weigh 100 pounds more than Taeyong does.
I don't
That
know
is
if
not
that's how
very
much he
heavy,
weighs.
guys.
Okay, does everybody have their stuff in?
No. He probably weighs like
Yeah.
240. He's pretty big.
Guys, body shaming is not cool. 220 is not that much.
Oh, what are the bandits armed with? At least the two by the fire.
They seem to be armed with the same things. We are doing a surprise round, but everyone is acting the surprise round.
My favorite.
Surprise!
This bandit is drawing his weapons, which is a longbow, and stepping forward. This bandit is drawing a weapon, which is a longbow, and stepping forward. As is this bandit. Gorknot.
Is he not visible or is he still hiding?
He is still hidden in the south.
None the wiser.
Okay, I can't see them.
The bandits near the fire are visible. It's the only one in the woods that is hidden.
And they look like they spotted us.
Yes, they drew bows.
5, 10.
Huh, what was that noise?
Now it's time to crash.
Nope. There we go. That's a better one.
35, 40, 45, 50.
It is a surprise round, Gorknot.
Surprise round, homie.
Oh, right.
What?
Okay, so, Gorknot's gonna go.
Supplies.
Can I go through the trees? Is
Yes,
it
they are all
difficult
just
terrain?
difficult terrain.
Okay.
They're kind of like
You
large.
said you weren't
large,
crashing through.
tall trees.
Okay, Gorknot's gonna go right there. Because he's sneaking.
Mitch,
alright, what can I do? What can't I do? Well, first of all, I'm gonna yell at Gorknot. Gorknot, you clumsy fool! Can't you stay quiet for once? And be careful for the bandit in the corner!
He just starts getting madder and madder.
We're trying to get Gorknot to
these are
Hulk
free
out.
actions here. That is awesome. Are you going to do any other actions on your turn?
You can take a standard or a move action.
Oh, God. Let me check with my spells, my 0-level spells, see if I can do anything useful.
0 level spells? No, you can't. Short answer.
I want to keep my distance, but we move in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in my turn. By the way, I did warn everyone about that extra bandit in the corner.
Yeah.
Yep. So they don't know where he is, but they do know there's additional threats. He's kind of
I'm gonna go 5, 20, 25. I hate you so much,
What?
Evo.
Cool, thank you.
Gorknot?
I'm gonna move to.
What
Wait,
did I
I
do?
was here. Could I go? I was here. I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nowhere near enough movement speed to take cover from something. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Rory, are these tree spots like this difficult terrain?
All the tree spots are difficult to.
Okay.
Oh shit, did I take the Thunderstones?
I
thought
had
you
said I
took one
wanted
of
to
them.
take one.
I think
Say?
Arndak has one.
Oh,
I took one.
So you could have the second.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move there, and I'm done.
Sure. Arndak?
The tents are sufficient to provide cover, I imagine.
Yes. And the tents are also blocking terrain, basically. You
Yeah.
can't just run through a tent.
I'll move up there.
Okay. This bandit is going to think better of his life choices. And... no. He is going to actually shoot with his longbow. To protect it.
Not thinking better.
have to play tactics as written.
The tactics
So-
as written are think better of life choices.
This is a shot with cover against Arndap. Does a 15 hit your... I put cover on my end. Does a hit 15 hit your AC?
Hold on. No,
Okay. Was it? It was close.
it was.
So you
16 is the number.
duck behind the tent and see an arrow like lodge in the tent fabric next to you.
Oh yeah, I love
Ah!
that.
You hear screaming from the
Otherwise-
inside of the tent.
Is going to take a 5-foot step and shoot an arrow at Mitch.
There, but
Mitch
for the
does
grace
not
of
have cover. Roll the 1.
Is what missed.
Gorknot, you have cover, but you are flat-footed.
Yeah, man.
Does a 12 hit your flat-footed AC?
Most
I
things
put cover.
hit me.
I put cover on my end.
Oh, my flat-footed
Wait,
is
I thought
actually
Gork not
13.
acted. Why is he flat-footed still?
Because he does not know about the guy who's shooting.
Oh,
My
that's
AC,
true.
my flat-footed is 13.
Okay, then you are missed just barely as an arrow wings over your head.
That's what it's telling me. So
He is
Bring it.
still. He is completely visible at this point.
Negative 14.
He
because
tried to snipe.
attacking from stealth
He
is
did try.
almost impossible.
Unless you're pretty high level, it is very hard to face sniping.
Minus 20.
Minus 20.
or
Yep.
if you're a rogue.
Gorknot. Or if you have rogue special abilities.
Cool.
Gorknot?
Yep. You guys gonna do a 5,
Gorka Morka?
10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, oops.
Um,
15,
I'll be right back.
40. What is it to throw a weapon that you don't have proficiency in, or that doesn't have a range?
what
That's
is the
negative
weapon?
4, and I think the range increment is 10.
It's a falchion. Can I throw a falchion?
I would take Lee's word for it, I guess.
I thought it was negative 4, and the range increment is 10, but I might be wrong.
Sure, Lee's right.
Did you double move?
No. I am just going to. These guys have bows out.
At this point,
And what about this guy who is hiding?
he is no longer hiding, and they all had bows out.
He's gonna move up to him with a falchion.
Okay. Mitch?
Alright, let's see. Okay, one. Wait, is that difficult terrain?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that doable?
Yep.
Okay. So, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I could use one of my arcane pools, 1 point, to enhance my weapon, right? +1.
Yep, and it's a swift action, so you can like move and attack and do that.
That's
You
what
get
I did. So as
You
I was
probably
going up
want to
to
do that
add
before
+1
you-
to my falchion, my scimitar.
Right?
Screw
So
you,
it's-
not.
So the Masterwork +1 does not stack with the +1 to hit from being a +1 weapon.
Oh, really?
Right. But it would make it a +1 to damage.
Oh, okay, so I get +1 to damage.
Yeah.
Even better.
The most important part.
And
Right.
it counts as magical, in case that's relevant.
Alright, here we go. Gonna make an attack.
That'll hit.
Ah! So do 1d6 +1.
Mitch and Taeyong have something in common. They're both startlingly strong for people who cast spells.
Okay, you will take it.
I was like, haha! Your move!
Haha!
I'm gonna go. Well, shit, they're basically the same. I'm Nope, Tang is gonna smash through the trees and end up double moving to here.
Sure. Arndak?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up and crack that guy.
Sure.
Apparently, this character was not meant to succeed.
I believe in
I'm
him.
done.
Okay. Out of the tent, you see what probably was a woman at one point stagger outwards.
Oh no.
She is really covered in fur and kind of has a wolfish face. She's holding a quarter bottle of some dark alcohol in her hand
12.
and looks really confused to see people. And she kind of snarls, "Kill them! Kill them!" and stumbles out of the tent.
Neat.
Well,
I like when the ringleader of the bandits is a drunk.
A drunk werewolf.
That was a trope in the first part of Kingmaker also. Was that the main bad guy was perpetually impaired by the fact that he's an alcoholic.
Okay. Then the bandits get to go.
Didn't we also inherit that guy's guys.
The bandits' tactics are to flank when possible. That is
Oh,
one
guys,
of the things they
guys.
specifically say. So, the bandits will flank when possible. They will drop their bows and draw longswords, take 5-foot steps to flank, and both attack Taiyang.
Let's do this.
Does a 13 hit you?
Does not.
Okay, then they both. This guy will also drop a longbow and draw a longsword and attack Gorknot. Does an 8 confirm on Gorknot?
No.
Okay. Then you are struck for 3 damage. And then it's your turn, Gorknot.
Okay, Gorknot is gonna rage, he's gonna drop his falchion, and he's gonna hit the guy in the face. With 2
Excellent.
claws.
Wallowing someone in the face is pretty great.
You bet. 24 to hit,
That'll hit.
12
Okay.
to hit. Not damage. Does a 12
12 will not hit.
The damage is 9.
29. Okay. Okay. Hit.
alright. Well, you can step forward, bam, attack the bandit in the corner. I could just push up.
I
There
dropped
you
my
go.
falchion to the northwest.
14.
14 will hit.
Yes! 8 damage.
Okay. He is reeling from that blow on your previous one, but still standing.
My strong one this one is.
Okay.
Taiyang?
I am going to use a swift action to make my weapon magical. I'm going to take a 5-foot step here. God, there is just no way to protect myself from that
She
guy.
does not offer to flank with you.
That's a shame because I think that would be that me and her would get along really well. And then I am going to cast a spell with spell combat and take a full attack action
Excellent.
during full.
Level 2 Magus makes the world a better place, doesn't it?
Sure does. All right. Looking at my first regular hit is a 9. My second one, I need to make the concentration 31,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm casting Chill Touch, by the way. A 19 to hit him.
That'll
A Chill
hit.
Touch attack. All right.
Do you have that monk attack from Final Fantasy Tactics?
No.
The one with the
It's
straight.
in a straight
Oh,
line.
no.
No.
Earth fist,
Um,
whatever.
I wish I did. Okay. It is 10 damage, 3 of which is cold, and he can make a Fortitude save. DC 14. Alright, he does not lose 1 string.
Arndak?
Alright, I'm gonna try to hit this guy right in front of me. We'll see if there is actually some sort of evil magic afoot, or if I'm gonna roll really good this time. Ah, that'll do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Does 15 confirm on him?
It does.
It's a little bit wasteful, but 18 damage to that guy.
Chunky salsa.
And
How
I'm
did you
going-
do 2d8? Oh, you critted.
Yeah, and I'm going to use a move action to study the furry woman. And a 5-foot step.
Sure. Aldona will take a 5-foot step, taunt Taeyang for running away from her, and take an attack on Arndak.
Take this guy right here.
She is going to take her. She's got a short sword and a bottle, is what she's wielding right now. And
Okay.
she will swing the short sword at you.
This is officially the best NPC that they've ever made.
She is a little bit tipsy, and you see that she is kind of reeling, just from how much she's drunk. This one does a 15 hit Arndak.
It doesn't.
Okay. You think if she was a little bit less drunk, she would be getting higher bonuses to hit. And then she will also try to bite you
No!
and miss with the bite as well. She scowls and drops the bottle at that point.
Feisty one this is.
The bandit will take a 5-foot step and swing at Taeyang.
Bring it.
16
Yeah, 16 hits.
for 8 points of damage.
Damn.
Threaten the critical on Gorknot. Does 11 confirm?
No.
How many times have I critical you, threatened criticals on Gorknot?
Today, twice out of 2 attacks.
And 5 damage?
Ooh,
I seem to
Gorknot
critical Gorknot a lot for some reason.
takes a
Poor
lot.
Gorknot.
I almost died. Not
Gorknot?
but Gorknot is going to keep raging and hit the guy twice in the face with his claws. 12. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
For 8 damage.
He's dead. He's not Chunky Salsa, but he is dropped.
Gorknot is going to take a 5-foot step.
Sure.
Yeah, Ed thoroughly ruined that guy.
That guy had 2 hit points left.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Of course I roll a crit when when the guy's already basically dead.
Mitch?
Okay. Guess I'll just take a 5-foot step forward. Attack the old drunk lady over there.
That's the best time to crit because it insta kills him.
Yeah.
Mitch, it's also very obvious at this point. You hear kind of thumping and yelling from the tent that she came out of. Just so you know.
I hear thumping and yelling out of the tent she came out of, guys.
I'm gonna say something like, "What were you doing to the poor man?"
Alright, here we go.
Woo!
Woo!
Roll to confirm.
Don't forget, you get to
Uh,
flank. Oh well, 22 for
That does confirm.
Bravo. Encore.
So I basically I do 2d6, right?
2d6 plus 8, straight up double.
Yep, just straight up double.
Plus 8. Woo!
Is there anything special about your weapon, or is it just magic?
Just magic.
Okay, it does not seem to deal full damage to her. She seems to almost shrug off some of the wounds, given that she is a werewolf.
She is a werewolf.
She is in
Can
it
I
for
detect
fame
magic?
and fortune.
Rory, what kind of check would it be to do for werewolves? It would be like nature, wouldn't it?
It would be nature.
Hmm.
Humanoid? Hmm.
Can I detect magic?
Interessant.
Detect magic
You'd have
is
to
a
cast a
spell.
spell for that.
Taeyang?
Taeyang is gonna go. He is going to, I don't know, try to clobber the guy who hit him.
Sure.
Yep, I am using. I would have to declare that I'm using spell combat ahead of time, wouldn't I?
Yes, because you take the penalty.
Do I? if I spell strike the first hit, would I still get to cast a spell on the second hit?
What?
Because the spell combat would count for this. You know what? Cheese it. I'm just gonna hit him once.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
It's fine. I didn't want to waste a charge of my chill touch by casting another chill
Right.
touch. And I'm not sure how I could cheese that, but I don't think I can. So I'm just gonna try to hit him. Got a 12 to hit him.
12 does not hit.
And then I'm going to say, I'll say, Arndek, let's do this. He's gonna 5-foot step here.
You are my champion. I'm gonna 5-foot step and chop her butt. I'm gonna power attack, and I'm studying her and everything.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hit for
power
sure.
attack.
Yay! 25.
Whoa!
A 25 will hit.
12 from a non-silver weapon.
Or a non-silver weapon. Okay, she is still standing. She definitely is injured at this point. Between those two fairly massive hits.
You drunk hussy! I'll yell.
She grins and growls.
I don't like the sound of that.
Don't do that.
She says, "Don't you know I can't die?"
Well, okay.
Wow, that is a bold claim.
Don't you know booze is bad for you?
There's a
And
decent chance
then
Tang is a little drunk.
and then she's going to try to cleave and hit Arndak. Arndak has been attacking her, so she will use Arndak
Yes.
as the start of her cleave.
I don't like this.
Licker.
And she
Wow,
misses
magic
her
spell.
So then the bandit's going to go, and he will definitely take the flank that he's offered.
Impossible.
And miss. Darknut.
Oh, are we gonna get a power tower here?
Oh, power
yeah.
tower!
The flanking line.
Gorknot's gonna go around like this.
Yes!
Raging, he's gonna pull out his great axe and he's gonna pop a cap in this bugger. 14. Nope.
That'll hit.
No. Okay. Well, it's 16 anyway because I just forgot the flanking.
It'll hit. A 16 will also
The
hit.
power tower bonus.
Power tower bonus.
I think power tower is the greatest thing Ed's given me today.
It's
Listen,
1.5
when we're-
damage. I completely forgot about that.
You what?
I have because my blades aren't. So it's 14 damage.
Sure. He is massacred.
Wow, that's
Mitch.
really splort.
What
Your
can
claws
I
are
do?
D12.
Yeah.
What? No, I pulled out my great axe as I moved.
Oh.
His falchion is on the ground, and in his claws are a massive great axe.
A 17 will miss.
Damn.
No.
Okay, well.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Alan is going to try to hit her the one time. 21 to hit.
It does.
Okay.
We do a D8 plus a D6 plus 4. That is 4 cold damage and 8 regular damage.
Okay.
I somehow
She will-
think that it doesn't.
She will drop.
Okay.
Good job,
I don't know
team.
if we've figured out Gorknot's fighting style yet, but
Is it
If he
claw and?
if he can full attack, he drops his weapon until he
And he
drops
claws out.
weapons.
So she is in fact not unkillable.
Alright.
Gorknot
Oh,
is
okay.
going to
She
pick up
is
his
just
weapons.
very drunk.
So first,
Wait a second.
I'm gonna. Yeah, Taeyong will say.
Drinking
We've all
too
been
much
there, lady.
alcohol gives you delusions of immortality? Nah, that doesn't sound
no.
right.
She was drunk enough that she had the sickened condition permanently.
That's what the Stag Lord from Kingmaker Part 1 has.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he's like a level 6 fighter who functions as a CR like 4 or 5 enemy
Because he's always drunk.
and due to his alcoholism.
Oh my god. We had no
Tent?
idea.
Is that what's happening here?
What was that?
Mitch is looking in the tent.
No,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna hear what's in the tent before I look in.
You're gonna heal yourself?
No, here.
Oh yeah. You hear muffled shouts and thumps. Like someone banging on something.
Like a lordling.
Yes, who's in
trying to
there?
get free.
I think it's safe to go in. I open the tent slowly.
Yeah, you see like a desk and like almost a bed that's been turned into kind of a nest, like what a dog would sleep in. You see matted fur on the ground in here, and there's a big like trunk dresser, like clothing chest thing, and it is it is thumping up and down. It's locked shut, but there's clearly someone inside of it.
Can someone back me up on this moving chest here?
Yeah, sure. I'll come over and
It might be a demon.
with any luck,
Yeah,
it's
I'll
not.
go over, but let's not forget to loot these dead bandits.
We're not
go.
yet.
Sure.
I'm just worried about this moving box thing. Could be a demon.
Yeah, this might be more germane. Let's go do it.
Yeah, I mean, looking around the tent, you see that there's a piece of paper on the desk. There's hair on it, but there's definitely writing, like if it looks like a letter on the desk. There's some other stuff around the room if you wanted to search, or there's the trunk.
Let's start with the trunk and then move to the other stuff after.
Sure. The trunk is locked, but it is there's a key hanging from the tent post.
I
Good.
knock on the trunk and say, "Who's in there?"
Oh,
I think he's gaggled.
Let's assume it's the guy we're looking for. And smash
Well, they
it
did
if
say
it's
they
not.
captured a lordling. They're probably gonna try to, I don't know, ransom him? I don't know. Let's open the trunk.
Yeah, let's.
I believe this one's on you, Mitch.
Go for
Okay.
it. I'll
You'll
be
be
ready
fine.
to smash it if it's a secret demon.
All right. Everyone, get ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
sure. I have revealed him to you.
God, he's handsome.
He is, in fact, a fairly handsome young man. He looks like he's in his late teens, maybe. He's wearing what was once very nicely made. You could probably call it adventurer's clothing if it was like the highest quality adventure clothing you've ever seen. Not necessarily for how good it is, but for what the material is made of. It's like making adventurer's clothing out of like silks and velvet.
Oh, come on.
The right styles for that, basically.
I just want to point out that demons do hide their disguise in very handsome men.
He is clearly beaten up. He has a bruised and a swollen black eye. His lip is swollen and there's a bit of blood there. His clothing was very nice, but is spattered with blood and mud and stuff like that, and is probably fairly torn up. And
Mud,
rumpled.
mud, and other kinds of crap.
There is a pile of other gear next to the chest that, just from how it is made, is in the same style. You'd guess it looks fancier than what you'd see for most adventuring gear, not more useful, but fancier in make. And he is tied up and gagged in the trunk.
Oh, let's cut him loose.
Yep.
I'll cut his ropes and take the gag off of his mouth.
Take a step back.
Thank you. Who are you?
We're Pathfinders. We were
Pathfinders.
sent here by your mother.
Name's Arndak.
My mother.
Yep.
Well,
Somebody
I
who-
am Lander Lebeda. If you're sent by my mother, you must work for my family. I'll
Like I
take
said,
you
we're
on as
Pathfinders.
retainers, and you are welcome to escort me back home. Or not. We need to defeat the bandits first.
The bandits are defeated.
Those
Of
bandits?
course, we defeated one camp, but there must be about others.
Well, that's not really of much concern to us.
Do you have knowledge of any
You're-
of these
you're
other
my
camps?
You're my retainers. You're here to do my bidding.
I think we're jumping a bit ahead. We're here to return you safely so that your mother will do us a favor.
Return me safely, but would I really be safe if I hadn't defeated the problems of this land first?
You haven't defeated any problem.
Exactly my point. We need to defeat the problems together. Well, I need to defeat the problems, and you will assist me if necessary.
Do you have any idea where the problems are, even?
They must be out. They're out
New
about
challenger
somewhere.
has arrived.
This is... The hell? Lick his ear!
All right.
Shit.
Sorry, guys.
Defeating bandits is something that resonates with Pathfinders. So, if you know where they are, if you can point us in their direction, we might be able to help you.
I can find them. No worries there.
No, if you know where they are, as of this moment.
Well, I mean, not exactly.
Alright then. So here's what we're going to do. We've done you the kind service of letting you out of that trunk.
And I thanked you for that service.
Excellent. How about you sit over there and catch your breath while we see if there's anything we can find here about any more bandit camps.
Right here.
Can I have my stuff back?
Mind the camera? Yeah, looks like it.
You should probably rest for a moment first.
You're going to deny me my belongings?
Well, they're right over there if you want to go and grab
Gather
them.
up your things. That's fine.
Excellent. Don't take too long. We should be on our way to hunt down these bandits.
That might take a while. Can we just take this guy back?
I'm gonna look at Mitch and I'm gonna nod. Let's see what sort of letter she was writing.
Sure. He's going to take some time to put on his armor. You see that he has a very nice Eldori dueling sword that he's going to put in the scabbard at his waist. And you can look at the letter, which I have something to give you for. So, Lee, would you like to read that out?
Sure. M. Wysand found some rich whelp snooping around our watering hole. We roughed him up and have stashed him away while we figure out how to make some coin off of him. Who do you think we can ransom him off to? That lordly pet hanging around your shop probably knows someone we could get in touch with, right? Signed, Aldona.
There's a little bit of drool on one edge of the letter, and some hair.
Also, Taeyang would have read that aloud.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll say, it sounds like the blacksmith is something of a rascal.
Are you saying this close to Lander?
I'm saying this aloud. I mean, I'm not... if he's in the tent, then
He
yeah.
frowns at you.
I will say, did you hear the letter that I read? It sounds like your bandit friend, or your blacksmith friend is, in fact, also your bandit friend.
I don't think that's possible.
Well,
It must be just a misunderstanding.
how about we go and ask him?
How about we go hunt down the bandits and then find proof of his innocence?
I think asking him seems like the safer bet.
Well, you can do what's safe, but I will do what's right.
How about we both do what's safe? We're not here to feed your delusions. We're here to move along.
I'm
I
not.
want to have to put you back in that trunk.
I am not delusioned, and don't you dare threaten my physical safety. I am a lord of this land, and I'll have you know that I will have you clapped in irons should you threaten me again.
You don't even know where the bandits are.
This guy has a big mouth.
So we'll find them.
Does
We'll
have a
find
big
them.
mouth.
You can help me find them, and we'll kill them. We'll do a service to this land and for these people. We'll become great heroes.
As far as I can tell, this bandit was writing a letter directly to the person who you specifically hang out with, the blacksmith.
That's not possible. It must be a misunderstanding. We'll find.
You can read, right?
Perfect. Of course I can read, and I heard what you said, but it must be a misunderstanding.
The bandits have weapons that bear Merrick's mark.
All of
They're
their
getting
weapons.
their arms from him.
We're getting to the point that someone should be trying to make a social skill to him, or if you want to actually do anything besides have him repeat the same things.
Sure.
I would be happy to probably make the same check that Arndak is.
Or one of you could assist the other.
Okay, I will try to... Or unless you're trying something more good than me.
I haven't done anything intimidating. I'm very good at intimidating people.
Well,
but I'm not good at anything else in that area.
I am going to try to, I guess, be diplomatic with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
So
I'll help you.
Your Taeyang is trying to be diplomatic, and Arndak is trying to help be diplomatic.
For the
Got a
time
9.
being, yes.
Sure.
I'm not
Can I
gonna
help
help.
too? Diplomatic too?
You could try to assist the diplomacy that is happening.
Okay, I'll assist. I roll a d20, right?
Yep.
Plus
Add
whatever your
modifier.
charisma modifier is. Oh, hey, so we got an 11 between us.
Okay.
Great.
He looks unconvinced. Merrick must not be the right person for this. We'll find who the real culprit is. You're welcome to accompany me as my retainers. But I intend to strike out and find the true cause of the troubles in this land, to adventure and right the wrongs that are besetting these people.
I'm gonna look at.
Are you gonna wander
everybody
off
else
into
in
the
front.
wilderness?
Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but I will strike out and fight the evil of this land.
Let me put it this way. Merrick has some connection to this, even though he might not be trying to help them. We might be able to get a clue about where their stronghold is if we figure out people who he's sold weapons to. If we return to the city, speak with him, get any sort of ledgers or whatever he might have, then we can strike back out, hit their stronghold, and we'll be heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to make another diplomacy check, Arndak. Everyone should also make a sense motive check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I won't make a sense motive.
Okay, I'm gonna make my diplomacy. 5.
Arndak can also make a sense motive. Everybody
Okay.
does.
I got an 8 on I got an 18 on sense motive. Sadly, I got an 8 on diplomacy.
I gotta want to say it's motive.
I'll do it.
Mitch considers his navel
Yeah,
like
fine.
a what?
This is why I'm paranoid of demons, because I'm easily trusting of people.
The two 18s
Uh-huh.
sense that his pride is hurt by the fact that he was taken prisoner on the first excursion of his adventure, and he is unwilling to return to his family and household in this state. He needs to do something to prove his valor before he would be willing to return.
Alright,
How
well, why
about
don't
you beat me in a one-on-one combat, sir?
You are challenging me to our duel?
I am, sir.
now. We could probably...
I
That's more
accept. It would be dishonorable for me to decline such an
Okay.
endeavor.
We don't
Give me a
have
moment to
any
collect my
time for
bearings,
this.
my
I want
thing.
to fight bandits.
This is a matter of honor, my good sir. He has challenged me to combat, and I intend to take him up on that.
He is the man who defeated this bandit over here, so
It is dishonorable to rid me of one of my Pathfinder members.
We will make it a noble endeavor to first blood.
Can you duel after?
I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna sit down next to the fire and I'm gonna pull out a flask.
I'm going
And
to
I'm gonna
loot the
cross my arms.
bandits.
Sure. He will kind of go off to the south down here. He looks a little bit winded still, but he will kind of pace off so he's 10 feet away from you. And look to Taeyang. You'll act as the judge.
Of course I will. I'll get up from the log and I'll move over here. And I'll say,
He'll draw his dueling sword and give a horribly over-executed fancy salute at you.
well done.
I just draw my sword. All right, let's get this done with.
Go.
I'll say, and begin.
And
Okay. You can roll initiative. Anyone who is going to participate in the duel.
I'd like to roll initiative, but I'm not planning on fighting. I'd like to do other things, though. I got
I'm
a,
going
oh
to continue
god,
to
I got
loot.
a 2?
if I'm not planning to participate, I will not roll. Is that
That's fine.
fair enough? Fair enough.
Not roll.
I can't imagine a situation where I'm going to want to do anything here.
Gorknut did not roll, so he's holding. Arndak. Mitch, you are first.
All right. I'll look forward to him.
Sure.
And I'll strike him with some non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Oh my god. I
14.
hope we accidentally kill him.
A 14 will miss,
Not bad.
since you let him get re-armored.
Damn it, we should have tried to fight him before we let him get his armor.
Okay. Lander is going to attempt to disarm you. He does not have improved disarm, so this is bad for him.
Aha!
See, are you trying to say something?
It's not my turn yet.
No, it seems like you're muted and trying to talk.
Oh no, I'm not muted.
So he's provoking an attack of opportunity from Mitch. If Mitch
Disappointing. wanted
wanted to take an attack on him for for doing this combat maneuver,
Can I, So I'm gonna take that
Have
attack
to
of
take
opportunity. Can it still be non-lethal?
it can. So it's -4 from non-lethal.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay. And he will attempt to disarm you then.
It's what?
Does a 12 beat your CMD?
Oh,
Nope.
there's...
So he catches your guard but fails to remove it from your hand.
Ha
Taeyang?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try to. Oh boy. What am I gonna try to do? I am going to try to like goad him on, like, well done, a valiant strike, sort of thing.
You can make a diplomacy or bluff check, your choice.
I would love to make a diplomacy check.
Can Gargant-
13.
Sure.
I promise, I really think you're great.
Also, I'm gonna give a look. I'm gonna move over here and do it so that I'm not like, anyway, I'm gonna give it a look at Mitch like go easier.
Gorknot, were you trying to take an action?
Yeah, he's gonna go yay and then clap.
Sure. Mitch?
All right. Start again with some non-lethal damage. May have blocked my last attack, but this one won't miss. Huzzah!
You can roll to confirm your critical.
That's not what I meant by
Falcon
easier. I
punch.
do not know what easier is.
That will confirm the critical hit.
I think we're hoping that eventually we'll break out through to the other side of the Sky's Pride.
Wow. This is not how I expected this to turn out, but it is similar to how I expected this to turn out.
Since you have not healed him yet, he collapses unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
He had been severely beaten at the beginning of this combat.
All right, guys. He's knocked out. Let's carry him. Take him back to
It's a 2 days trip.
2.5.
He will wake up eventually.
and he'll be tied and bundled, and he'll be fine.
Do I find any goodies on
We
the
probably don't want to tie him.
bodies of the bandits?
Sure. The werewolf has a chain shirt, a light crossbow with 20 bolts, a short sword, some various ivory jewelry and moonstone jewelry worth 250 gold pieces, and you also find 2 more thunderstones, 2 more tanglefoot bags, and nothing else useful.
Does the chain shirt look nicer than mine?
It looks like an ordinary chain shirt.
Okay.
All of the weapons have a eagle clutching tongues
Damn it!
on them.
Can I have 2 thunderstones and 2 tanglefoot bags?
Be my
That
guess.
is all of what you found there for them.
Yeah, well, I want 2 total, so...
I can't think of a single situation where I'm going to use more than one thunderstone in a combat. And a tentacle bag.
And you also find a cage with pigeon feathers and splintered avian bones fragmented throughout the cage. It looks like some sort of large canine might have ripped into the cage and eaten the pigeons.
It was the dog!
Okay. That
Well-
seems like an unnecessary little set dressing, but that's fine.
I'm gonna say she got drunk a lot.
Did she kill
Huh.
her pet?
It's a shame. If she was a werewolf, she would have been a woman after my own heart.
You also notice that all of the bandits are fairly severely scarred up and down the arms.
Oh.
Oh.
Pass. Continue.
What is
This,
Oh, no,
is
she was probably
hot?
asserting her dominance.
I think. Anyway,
Oh. Oh.
I mean, that's a guess. My mind, of course, is perpetually in the gutter. But
I had assumed that she was trying to make them into werewolves.
I had assumed that she was trying to establish her dominance.
Or that.
Agent style.
Cajun style.
Okay, so I
Cajun
guess
style?
I guess for the sake of being Pathfinders and being brave and bold, I was considering trying to, I don't know, find more bandits or some kind of monster to fluff this guy's ego. What are we gonna do? Want to drag him back to town? Like, make some sort of a, what do you call that thing that you drag people on?
So we tell him that he took down a bunch of bandits with all his energy.
I think he's gonna remember getting beat up by you.
He was unconscious. No, well, I could say I'm a bandit myself. Tell him with that story.
Yeah, I don't want for him to. He seems like he's fairly brave with wielding his family's power and influence against people who bother him. So we should maybe not lean too heavily on that.
We can offer him a job in the Pathfinders.
I don't think that's going to cut it.
That might help.
Well, we could say like because we were testing his skills against me and he passed. I just went overboard.
Do we think
That's actually not terrible.
Do you want to make a sense motive check on that?
if you think you could convince him
Sure.
of that, then that would be fine. But I don't think he'll buy it.
11?
Mitch, you can also make that sense motive check since you suggested it. Anyone can make that sense motive check is what I'm trying to ask.
Okay, let's do it. Damn it.
Here we go.
Gorgnat.
The depressing sense motives of the party.
Gorgnat is trying to think of ways to...
11
Excellent.
was the highest.
Excellent.
This is not a great party for this. This is a terrible party for adventuring.
We're great. Two magi, a barbarian, and another non-magical, non-intelligent person.
Well, we could try to shove a potion down his throat, and
If we're going to try to do that, we're going to be trying to do whatever he wants, pretty much.
that's true.
If we want to try to make some headway toward town before we, before he wakes.
Are there
This
any
scenario
clues?
specifically uses rules as written for diplomacy, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's built into the scenario. Sometimes it lets you try multiple times with things in the scenario. This one specifically does not. You are only allowed to make one diplomacy check per 24-hour period to change someone's attitude towards you.
Is that any social skill or each social skill?
Specifically diplomacy. Intimidate, remember, changes it temporarily, and then it gets worse.
Okay. Why don't we let him rest off this headache, make some headway home, try to
Then try
persuade
again.
him of one of our stopgap methods. I think that confronting this Merrick is probably going to be important and worthwhile, whether or not he thinks it is.
What you have been able to determine about him is that he seems to have a strong respect for martial ability. He is somewhat brash and rambunctious, but he does seem to actually be a good person. Just
wonder-
maybe overestimating his abilities and very prideful at the same
I
time.
wonder if Mitch could try to assert himself as his teacher or sword master.
I could.
If you tested him and found him a suitable pupil, maybe we would need to, I don't know.
Why don't
Well, I
we...
could convince him he needs more training.
That's perhaps true.
And
We
he
might be
doesn't-
able to.
And he can't go out adventuring at this time.
Well,
This all
is-
sounds better than my ideas previously, so
It is getting dark out.
Okay. I suppose we should make camp. Take camp? There we go.
Take camp?
Let's
I believe we should take camp. Yes.
stoke the fire. Carve out a place for ourselves to sleep.
In
Sure.
history.
There are
least
lots of tents. that you
Deplorable
can
tent.
Only one of them is full of wolf droppings and fur.
Wolf fur and pigeon bones.
And let's be honest, a few wolf droppings.
This is
Listen.
Gorgnot's tent.
Awesome.
Sure. Arndak is gonna sleep over here in the half-orc district.
Guess I'll stick over here in the north.
Are you going to give Lander a tent?
Yeah, I guess we might as well let him. Oh, damn it! He might wake up in the middle of the night. Let's
I'll
just
sleep
let it
it
happen.
Gorgnot is
Snuggle
going
with
to.
him.
You're trying to sleep in the same tent?
I'll be right back.
These are not a two-man tent.
You said these are.
You can sleep outside the tent.
And then Taeyang is on watch all night?
I mean, I'm going to take watch. I assume somebody else is going to help me take the watch.
I'll take the second watch.
Are you guys going to heal him at all, or not?
Oh, he'll live in-
We don't really have much choice.
Oh, okay.
I could try.
I'll give him a potion.
I'm gonna heal myself too, actually.
So are you going to heal him, Lee?
What is the cure light wounds?
For 5?
1d8 plus
Cure Light
1.
Wounds potion is 1d8 plus 1.
Okay, that is enough to bring him conscious.
Excellent.
Oh, and I am at max.
He is not doing well, but he is
I'll
conscious.
say, when he wakes up, I'll say, you see, Mitch, you don't have to treat all your apprentices so roughly.
It's the only way they'll learn.
Your last prospective apprentice couldn't handle it.
Well,
Well, he
Been
didn't
a
have the
long
chops
day.
to be a real Pathfinder.
thank you for the healing
Oh, no, I'm not at max.
and
Oh, he's awake.
and the lesson. But it's been a long day.
It has. We've made camp here.
You,
What's left of it?
peasant, bring me dinner. And he'll point at Gorknot.
Oh, do we have dinner here? Gorknot's...
We have trail rations. He can have some of those.
Oh, I have here. You can have some trail rations, and he's gonna point at whoever has trail rations.
I do. I'll share some with him if he likes.
Yeah, he will take trail rations.
Mitch, you still have that tea, right?
I definitely do. I'll cook some right away.
Only seems fitting.
Rations are good for the.
Steve, do you have anything
Adventuring sphere.
stronger?
Why don't?
Something to bring out the zest for life?
I have a little bit of wine.
Does what's her name have any additional?
Open it up.
Gorknot
There's
is
some
gonna say.
around camp, but there's no alcohol. That doesn't make sense. There should be alcohol. There's none listed in treasure. But
She had a
is-
bottle. Did it break when she dropped it?
There has to be some more alcohol in it.
Okay.
You can count up some more alcohol. She would not be on her last bottle of alcohol.
I'm going to use some sort of trick to gain a mechanical bonus from there being alcohol that is not listed in the adventure, therefore breaking it.
Huh?
Oh no!
I'm just joking.
You're
You're going off book by saying that there's booze in the camp, and so I'm trying to work.
That's fine. There's food and booze in the camp. You guys can.
There's
share some
long
with him.
bows, right?
There are longbows. You have
I am
had
going to.
a large number of longbows that you have discovered.
I am going to say, Lander, are you good with a bow?
No, I'm a swordsman, a
an
duelist,
excellent
a
swordsman.
swashbuckler.
Many swordsmen are also good with bows.
That is true.
Not me, but
No, I haven't studied using a bow.
Oh.
Soon,
you should
maybe.
try. He's gonna throw him at one of the longbows.
Well,
And
I'll take
some
a longbow.
arrows.
He'll frown at it. That
I'll take
hardly
one.
seems necessary. I'll stick to what I know, my sword. Sword, you know, is the heart of a man's pride.
I myself use 3 swords.
I have two.
Rather unnecessary, but good for you.
I'll look at my
That's another enthusiast of martial combat.
young apprentice and tells him, swordsmen master the swords, but learning other skills can teach them more about their main skill. As I take up a bow, and I take one of the arrows, and I'll shoot the tree.
Mitch, are you proficient with at least one martial weapon?
Yes. Yeah, I think Maguses are proficient with martial weapons.
Yes.
Simple and martial
Sorry.
weapons.
There's a lot of weird game mechanics for social interaction with this guy. Okay, now you can make an additional diplomacy or intimidate check to influence him.
Okay.
Sweet.
You may
Can I
apply
help
your
him?
base attack bonus to this roll, Mitch.
Oh.
Do I get what?
Can I aid him?
Sure.
Gorkon was
Awesome.
gonna do the same thing.
I did not successfully aid you. Wow, come on. So
Yeah, here
Mitch,
we
you
go.
get to add your base attack bonus?
Does Gork not aid him? Nope. Okay, so Mitch,
Wow.
you're going to add your social skill plus base attack bonus.
I have
Intimidate.
never seen this many failures to aid.
You guys are just that bad.
Oh no,
man.
man. A 2 is decent.
I got 0 base attack bonus. Ooh!
Okay. He looks unimpressed by your attempt to do it. Since you are attempting to take him under your wing as an apprentice, which they actually specifically have rules for,
Oh my god!
with this, you can attempt an additional diplomacy or intimidate check each day to increase his attitude that is different from the group's diplomacy or intimidate check for that, as you are trying to instruct him the ways of being a warrior. However, only one of you may take him under.
Well, it's Mitch.
For this.
That's-
So, Mitch, you have declared him to be your student. He is going to grudgingly accept that at this point. He is no longer friendly to the group, but he is currently indifferent.
Oh my god.
Great.
Ah, see, we're making progress, guys. We're making progress.
Okay, and thus
That is
passes the first night, and the next morning he will be ready to go, pumped up and only slightly injured at this point.
Gain your hit points.
Of course.
You will regain your level and hit points for sleeping.
Hit points.
Oh, also,
Cool. I'm
you charge my
grateful.
magic stuff.
Yep. You do that in the
And
morning.
he will. Well, it is a bright and early morning, an excellent day for adventure. It's slightly soggy and rainy out currently.
Mhm.
Let's go and find what we can.
It's not terrific weather for tracking, but if I have your leave, I can maybe try to pick up a trail. If any bandits came or went from here, we might be able to find more.
Excellent. Arndak, lead the way. We
I
will
will-
follow you.
I will try to find a trail.
Sure.
Are you trying to find an actual trail, or are you
Yeah,
going
I will
back to
actually try to find a trail.
Sure.
I will probably start. I will. No, I guess in good faith, I will try to find a trail wherever it may be.
Sure. You can make a survival check to
We're pretty-
find a trail.
Can Gork
Uh,
not help him?
Since I assume someone was using detect magic on the gear, you would notice that some of his gear has minor magic on it. He has a magical potion, for example.
Can I still help him?
Yeah. And he has a couple of daggers.
Well,
and a leather
Let's
armor.
lose some. I got to find a
We
trail.
are the worst at helping.
Yeah, you guys don't work together well.
No.
Yeah, you can find a trail. Ed, roll a d4.
I hope this is for number of monsters.
Hey!
Number of dire elk.
This is one of the very, very few modules that has pseudo random encounters in it as you wander around the countryside trying to get him happy with his adventure.
I hate this
We're
man.
basically trying to take him on an adventure vacation.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's what I am committed to doing at this
is the
point.
actual adventure path.
Best day ever.
This is an interesting scenario. It is a little bit different than some of them. Okay,
I love
so you guys can find a trail. Ed,
Mhm.
you think this is for a tiny creature? It's not adventure. When you found a trail for a tiny
quick
creature,
link.
I'm gonna say,
it has
I'm impressed you even found this trail.
tracks, almost like it's not always touching the ground. And
Alright.
it is just kind of strange. It is like a weird lizard thing, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I will.
But you can track it across the morning, and you think you have found where it is layering.
I'll say, Lander, what do you think these tracks are?
Yeah.
Are you going to actually point out tracks to him?
Yeah, I'll point out some tracks.
lizard? Probably a dragon. We were hunting a mighty dragon.
I don't think that we'll find any bandits this way, but I certainly think that we should.
If there's a dragon plaguing this land, we should slay it.
I'll point at him like, right on. Let's do it. So yeah, I'll keep leading us toward whatever lair I can find.
Sure.
I'm torn between being slightly condescending to him and also a little worried that we might find something dangerous.
You guys are approaching from over here. Ed, you see the cave thing. You think that you follow the tracks to this cave area.
Like,
Lander does insist on being either in the lead or directly behind you.
Does that say Lander's Adventure?
It does. I told you
sorry.
that this module specifically has rules for this.
Sorry, I moved him because I was underneath him, and now I
That's fine.
can't move him back.
He wants to either be in front of you or I'm just gonna put some good exciting music on.
Let's just get this over with. Yeah, I mean, I'll let him go forward, but I'll let him go ahead if we ever come to a choke point, but
You see that there's that cave, and you think whatever it is living in that cave.
Yeah,
and he is going to walk towards the cave if you don't stop him.
I will point it out to him and let him go.
He is not being stealthy. He is just going to start walking towards the
God,
cave.
I'm going with. Jeez.
Weapon drawn.
Yeah,
I
I will
say,
have my
following your lead, Lander. Meanwhile, Taeyang is almost copiously rolling his eyes.
I got my game face on. We got to make sure whatever this is doesn't kill him, or else we're in trouble.
Sure. You guys can make perception checks as you approach.
Gorknot, get up here, buddy. Gorka Morka.
Sorry, I was actually on my
Gorknot yet again refuses to be in a square.
No,
Oh, I got 6. That was really not good.
I was not on the square automatically.
I got 2 again.
I have noticed that, Ebo, that it often does not put people on squares when it loads them from...
Never, ever.
You guys can go ahead and roll initiatives also.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wait. Oh, that was my initiative. I get to make a perception, you said?
Ah,
Sweet, this is worse than my initiative.
why?
3! Why do I make rolls? I swear,
So,
I'll never touch a d20 again.
oh man, look at this. I'm rolling great.
My perception was 2.
Shut up, Yusuf. This isn't fair.
Hey, I'm trying to impress my apprentice here, right?
Oh, fair
My
enough.
perception was 2 and my initiative was 2.
Okay. Gorknot, did you change your initiative?
What the F?
Okay. Blander is going to rush towards the cave, heedless towards danger. And he'll get there and look in and doesn't see anything. Mitch?
Okay, does my perception show me anything, or
Nope.
no?
Nope.
Man, 22. Okay, so I walk up next to him. Right next to him, and remind him, like, you must be careful with your surroundings. You don't want to rush in straight into battle, or to anything. Draw my sword,
Sure.
and
Says he as he rushes into battle.
get defensive. Alright.
Okay, a small kind of floating reptilian creature is inside of here.
What the sh...
It has a gem sticking out of its forehead, and it kind of peers out of the darkness at Mitch, and Mitch can make a saving throw. Will save.
Will
Nice.
save.
Yep.
Hey, you might be okay at these.
Might. Key word. Ugh!
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so the gem kind of glows brightly for a second, and you see like a flash of different colors go out of it, and you are going to take a -2 penalty on will saves for the next minute.
Which would be really important if he hadn't just made a will save and succeeded.
But there's no other additional effects from it.
Like, how does he feel, though?
He resisted the emotion component of that. Arndak, to be fair, Mitch, you're the only one who can currently see it. It is, like, in this little burrow thing.
Okay, where is it then? I mean, it can't be seen?
Yeah, you saw a flash of light from inside of the little burrow. That's all you saw.
Alright, so then I guess, for now I'm gonna move here,
And you can see it?
Okay, and I'm gonna make a roll to aid Lander by increasing his AC.
Gorknot?
Successfully.
Gorgnot is going to run up to it. Do I know what kind of creature it is? No, I don't.
Knowledge or Arcana?
Probably not his best roll.
Does this look like... Can I tell if it's weak or not? I can't tell. I am going to hit it with a weapon.
Sure.
Excuse me.
With my falchion.
You falchion that thing.
13.
That'll hit.
Show. Excuse me. Oy vey.
Uh-oh.
Sexy.
13 damage.
Okay. It kind of twitches a whole bunch of blood sprays everywhere.
What?
Young?
Is it still alive?
You can't see it.
Sure.
It is size category tiny. It's about the size of a cat.
I'm gonna move with time. Okay.
Oh,
Can I see it?
Gorgnot is gonna get
Can
the
I see it
killing
from
blow!
Can I see it from here?
Kind of, yeah.
Can I make a knowledge check on it?
Sure. Arcana.
I'm okay at this. Nope. I got a 12. Okay,
This is a carbuncle. That's all you know.
Oh, carbuncle.
I'm gonna say, get it, Lander. Slay that fiend. And then I'm gonna try to nudge Mitch. Like,
Lander will
let him.
Lee can make a diplomacy check with a +2.
Oh, right. 4.
You're gonna try to trip it.
Did I not get a check for what I said?
On the plus
I
side,
gave you him a free aid. That was the +2.
on the plus side, he can't provoke an attack of opportunity.
He trips it successfully.
What?
He's like, ha
Floating lizard. How do you trip a floating lizard?
He
It's
tripped
not
a
floating
tiny
vertically.
lizard.
It is on the ground, and he tripped it, so it's on its back, and he'll salute it with his sword.
Impressive.
Carbuncle. What the hell?
I look over to Taiyang. It's like, should I kill this thing?
I'll say, I believe the killing blow belongs to our lord, Lander.
You can always aid him in killing it.
You could aid him so he'd get a bonus on his next attack roll. If you have knowledge arcana, you could also try to find out more about this creature.
I do have knowledge arcana.
That is a free action on your turn.
Okay. See, what can I find out about this thing?
That depends on your roll.
12.
It is a carbuncle. That's all you know.
All I know is a carbuncle. Yeah.
Alright, so this
Hey,
is a
Casper,
carbuncle. I know that, and that's all I know.
Oh,
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna step back. Take a 5-foot step back.
Sure.
If it lets me move it. Well, let me move. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll use my load.
Okay. The carbuncle kind of shakes and staggers. A copious amount of blood kind of sprays out of it. The body collapses down, The stone turns colorless in his head, and it like flips on its back and starts coughing, and then goes still.
Good job.
Arnak?
Yeah, I'm gonna aid him again, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Oh, I did great. I'm not aiding his attack because I don't want to get in his way of swinging at it.
He's gonna say, "Kill it with the sword this time." He's gonna aid him.
Tayan?
Yep. I'm
So
gonna
trying to aid.
aid him. Successfully.
Sure. To hit it, or no? You're
To hit it.
you're not threatening it currently, so you can't.
Oh, well, I would move here.
You you don't
Probably couldn't threaten it there, could
in
I?
the burrow.
Okay, well, I would aid his defense.
Sure. Someone already is doing it.
Yep. I will aid their defense. Ardak.
Thanks, buddy.
Lander has been diplomatized to actually attack it, so he will step into the gap and stab at it. He hits.
Wow.
So Lander doesn't. Oh god, he doesn't attack unless we persuade him to.
He will actually hit it for 8 damage, and it appears to be dead. Mitch,
Good job. That's
is
my
that all you're
apprentice,
doing?
people.
Is that all you're doing?
Sure.
Oh, it's still.
Is there any more?
Well, I'm gonna move over here, pat my apprentice on the back.
Sure. The body that just got stabbed turns to dust, and you see a very injured carbuncle in the wood behind you. Gem starts glowing, and Taiyang, you can make a will save.
I would love to. 12. What is wrong with me?
You gain a flash of insight and gain a +2 bonus to your armor class as an insight bonus for the next minute, as you feel a kind of mental attack that you ward off, and it gives you like actually an improved mental state. Arndak, it's your turn.
What the hell?
This is a trap.
So
I
we
do
can
not know what the hell is going on with this thing.
we
It's a
can
carbuncle.
See the
Out of
C-bunk?
character? No idea.
I'm gonna ready an action to aid Lander to attack it if he gets adjacent to it. Is
Sure.
that the most ridiculous action.
Gorknot.
Oh, you must
boy.
succeed.
Gorknot is going to move up here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Gorknot is going to attempt to aid it and say, get this one too.
Okay. Tayan.
Yep. Taeyang is going to hold his action. Just straight up holding.
Lander will charge it.
Beautiful.
Ha! And trip it. Kill mode now. Did he get his +2 from my aids?
He did not, but that will allow him to hit it.
Yes.
And he does max damage a second time and slays it.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I'll walk up to my apprentice, patting on the back of the head, on his back, say, "Good job, my apprentice. What have you learned today?"
I have killed a beast, a dragon. The land is safer for its death.
Oh.
You should take the gem as proof of your victory.
You, retainer. Get it out for me. He'll point at Arndak.
All right. I'll get a. I'll try to pry it loose, chop and gouge it out of the forehead.
And this guy is no Conan, I'll tell you that.
You can take it out, and he'll gingerly take it and wrap it in a kerchief and put it in his pouch. Now would be a good time to roll a group diplomacy check to
I'd
change
love
his
to.
order, and for Mitch to attempt to train him for the day.
All right, so who are we aiding? We are aiding Gorknot, because he's
So-
the only one who might have a
You don't
diplomacy.
get the aid in the other thing.
Oh.
If you're acting as the trainer, you get to make your roll separately, basically, but it gives you 2 attempts at this. And you can use either a diplomacy or intimidate and add your base attack bonus to it. Either one and the intimidate would actually be to change his demeanor rather than as a standard intimidate check. So either, if any of that matters to you at all,
For Mitch?
which I think is
Yeah.
no, it does not.
The
I don't
trainer
think Mitch
can.
has either one of those.
I believe the trainer can make an intimidate roll to impress them with their fearsome strength, as
So
opposed to
can we-
to scare them with physical harm threats.
Can we aid Gorknot because he's the only one of us with a positive charisma modifier?
You two can aid Gorknot. Yep.
I will attempt to aid Gorknot.
You are all also currently getting a
Come on.
+3 modifier on this roll.
Well, I got a
Really?
3 then.
Come on, I get
Actually, you got a 2.
I aid.
Arndak aids
we-
Gorknot, so Gorknot is getting a total of +5.
Half orcs stick together.
Okay, so this is a
He's gonna roll a
+5.
7.
Plus my normal diplomacy.
Yep. And Mitch fails to be a good leader. You guys have failed to increase his attitude towards you today.
Great.
So he would like to insist on seeking out more adventure,
Of course he would. Let's do
All right.
this.
and you will remain indifferent to your efforts, despite what's happened.
Mhm.
I will try to seek out more adventure.
That was what you did in a day, so we'll take another day to find more adventure.
Mhm.
Ed?
Yeah.
You can roll a survival check to... You guys can rest tonight. Finally getting him back to full hit points at that point.
Yay!
Because he was venturing on not full hit points.
Survival.
Um,
25 on survival.
sure.
Find the best monster ever.
Or D4. Carbuncles are a really weird creature, by the way. They are.
Yeah,
What
they are
the
straight.
hell? He gave him a bonus to AC for some
Carbuncle's
reason?
basic attack is a really weird form of suggestion where I roll a d6 and it has a 1 in 3 chance of doing a suggestion spell, and the other effects are a penalty to will saves or a bonus to armor class. They also have an ability called Fatal Faker, which they can create a dimension door that leaves a duplicate body behind of them dying,
I like
Of
that.
course.
where they dump where the dimension door to. They also get levitate 3 times per day, so they don't get it always, but they're sometimes levitating. Jump 3 times per day, which is another reason they don't touch the ground always. And daze 3 times per day, which didn't come up. They are also vulnerable to suggestion spells, and any a thing that affects a humanoid will also affect them, even though they're a magical beast and a lizard. So, like, a charm person spell will work on a carbuncle.
God, that's ridiculous.
And they have telepathic empathy. They can't do actual language, but they can do emotions in a telepathy format in an area around them. They're a really weird creature. They will also not attack sorcerers unless pressed or people who have a bloodline, and specifically will like people who have bloodline, especially if fed fruit by them.
they
It's
like
what the heck? These are just a crazy weird creature.
they like supernatural heritage and fruit.
Yep.
Mm.
They are basically magical chameleons. They look like a magical floating chameleon.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
yeah,
so you can roll a d4 Ed.
I got 2 on that D4.
2 on that d4. Okay. They only included 1 map for this, so we're just gonna go and use it again.
That is just fine. I like the part that we are failing this over and over. It's just one roll. We just needed one roll.
Now
Okay.
that I've come to terms with the the premise of the adventure, I I just want to succeed.
Okay, so you guys can be approaching and make perception checks.
If history has anything to say about it, no, I can't make it.
Perception, huh?
I
Gonna
am
fail.
wicked trained in this, and I got an 18 this time.
18.
Oh, 15. Do I see something?
You're looking for a 37.
All right. 37.
Are you kidding me,
No.
jerk?
Wow, and those were really good rolls too, but it was like they were 2s and 3s.
It was like you might as well have said, "Don't roll it."
I didn't look at it stealth check until after I asked for perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys are approaching in the woods, and yeah. What is you guys are walking down this path. So pretend that this area over here doesn't exist. It's just more woods.
Got it.
Okay?
Sure.
So you guys are walking along the path, and
Pretend mode activated.
what is Gorknot's flat-footed touch AC?
Flat-footed touch.
Yep.
So
10?
10.
Okay. A pine cone hits him in the back of the head.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna look around.
Sure. You can make a perception check.
He's gonna go, ah! Can I, though? Can I? It's a 3, Rory.
Sure. Yeah, you
He's
don't
gonna-
see anything.
He's gonna look at the ground. Do I see something that hit me in the head?
There's a pine cone.
He's gonna pick up a pine cone. Something threw a pine cone at me.
Sure.
I think we might have found something. And he's gonna...
Taeyang, what is your flat-footed touch AC?
It's 10.
I love
Hey,
this song.
A bit of, like, foul-smelling brown, hopefully mud, hits you right in the face. You are blinded because it just splatters across your eyes. I criticaled you.
Taeyang will shout and like try to get it out of his eyes.
No. Terrible.
And Taeyang will also say, "Lander, find whatever this is. Damn it!"
Use your surroundings.
Trust your
Yeah,
instinct.
he will pull out his sword and look around the area. I don't see it. Where is it?
I'm blinded.
I mean, you can wipe the mud out of your eyes.
Yep. He's
Yeah.
gonna
Mud out of your eyes.
he's gonna wipe the air quotes mud out of his eyes.
He can't
Can
wipe
I,
the shame
make
out of
another-
them, though.
Can I make another perception check?
Sure.
Shabam! God damn it!
Gorknot's
You
gonna
don't
keep looking.
see anything. What is Gorknot doing?
He's gonna keep looking, and he's gonna wait for something else to be thrown, and then he's gonna look in the direction of which it was thrown.
Sure.
He's not
Um,
smart, but he's not that dumb.
Mitch, what is your flat-footed touch AC?
13.
What is giving you the bonus?
It's your flat-footed touch AC. You also
So it's
don't get
just
your
10.
Oh, I'm sorry, 12. Sorry, 12.
Well, so what is the bonus? I'm just.
Oh, your flat-footed means no dexterity. Touch means no armor. Flat-footed touch AC. I would be surprised if you were above
You get
10.
like a luck or a deflection bonus. You add those basically, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's just a 10.
At this level, it's very hard to have
Yeah,
anything
I
like
know.
that, but it is possible. You see a small like piece of cloth wrapped around a pebble strike you in the back of the head, and then the cloth unfurls and turns into a couple of gallons of water that douses you, and you are soaking wet. But that's probably not water, actually.
Oh! You, apprentice, look for this.
Can I look at it with my ready
Yeah.
action?
You can make a perception check.
Do I get a bonus because I was paying attention? Or
Oh my Jesus!
this is not. It's not. Gonna...
You still don't see it.
Why are we blind?
You
Tang is gonna say, retreat, tactical retreat.
foolish
Better part of valor.
human, you are right in the palm of my hand. I know everything about you, and you know nothing about me. Bring out your mightiest warrior, and I will defeat them.
I push Landon forward.
Yeah, Lander.
Lander will eagerly step forward at that, and a creature pops out of invisibility. You see a minuscule green-skinned humanoid wielding a needle-thin rapier with a pair of dragonfly wings, allowing it to fly around. It is size category diminutive, so it is a tiny little
This is
floating
the
creature.
smallest creature that I've ever encountered in this game.
And
is-
Lander
right.
will rush forward to combat with it. Mitch, do you want to roll for Lander's attack rolls against this creature, and I will roll for the
Do
creature.
it.
Anyone
Can I
may
try
make a knowledge check of nature against this creature.
Can I try to cast a spell?
Boy.
You can. However, the creature is going to try to do single combat with Lander unless somebody else gets involved.
No.
Man.
I'm not.
I'll let it happen. Tripper. No,
I was gonna say knock it out.
I am not going to make that roll because I don't have it.
Gorknut, you can make a diplomacy check. And Taeyang, are you casting a spell?
Nope.
Knock her out the box, Lander. Knock her
Game
out.
over. I'm gonna
Was that
take
with
it
your
up.
+3?
Oh no, it was a 10.
Okay. He will take your advice and attempt to deal non-lethal damage.
Yeah, boy.
Why did you...
So what do I need to roll for his attack?
He has currently a d20 -1.
Mm-hmm.
D20 -1.
Yep, because he's trying to deal non-lethal damage.
And her AC is gonna be astronomical.
He
But
misses.
She is so small.
And she is going to stab him with a rapier. And miss.
I'm gonna say, no, Lander. You need to take her out like permanently.
You can make a diplomacy check.
I'd love to. Does this include the +3?
Yes.
Do we
Uh,
get a bonus for every
it-
day we have spent not succeeding?
No, you get bonuses for how you interact with him and penalties for certain actions. And you
Okay.
guys initially chose actions that horribly penalized you.
Mhm.
So you're still making up for some of those.
Mhm. Well, I got an 8.
No, he seems like he thinks that non-lethal is still the way to go.
Is there any way I could like send him advice of like how to approach this thing, like attack from the left or the right, or
I would let you try to make an aid another and not involve yourself otherwise than that.
okay?
So you could make an attack roll for an AC 10 to increase his attack chance, basically.
So I shall do that,
Sure.
and I use my own attack, right?
Yep. Make your attack
And with my scimitar.
just however you would want to. That's fine.
Plus 4. Oops. Plus 4. Okay.
Okay, so then he will make an attack roll at +1 total.
Yeah. That's my apprentice, guys. +1. Do I need to roll for his attack too?
Yep.
Alright. So he's still gonna take a non-lethal approach, which is -4, but with my +1 it makes it D20.
No,
Exactly.
you got a total of +1.
Yes. Total +1.
Yeah, all of his things factor out to a +1.
Okay.
He threatens a critical.
It's real damage, maybe.
Knock her out the box! Mm,
He did not confirm the critical, but you can roll his attack. He deals a d8 damage.
I wish that he was better at sorting. But yes, 2 is not enough to knock it out.
2 is not enough to knock it out. 2 does not seem to injure it.
But I sent him words of encouragement, saying, "Alright, you got the first strike. Now follow it up, like we practiced."
Sure.
This is
It's
gonna
gonna
get
try to
bad.
stab him.
Uh-huh.
It misses him.
What? Its attack roll is enormous.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it probably does like a
Is
D3
anybody
minus
convinced him not to
5.
deal non-lethal damage? Or to change his tactics?
No, Gorknut's gonna say keep at it.
You want him to keep doing non-lethal damage?
Can I try to encourage him to kill it?
Yes, you can.
I
Tyon
will
could also
encourage him
do
to kill it.
that.
Yes, I would like to. I'd like to aid. It's the same. Ugh.
I got
Oh, I got a
16
10.
on diplomacy to convince him to kill it.
Sure, you guys have convinced him that it should be killed. Mitch, I'm going to assume that you're aiding him successfully, so you can roll his attack roll at a total of +5. So 1d20 plus 5. And he still misses it.
Ugh.
My apprentice sucks, guys.
Don't say that. Don't say
It
that.
stabs him in the neck
Fuck!
with his little needle sword for 1 point of damage.
Hmm.
Oh, good. It could have
Oh,
done two.
poison.
And he says, "Ha ha! I've drawn first blood, foolish human! I will draw much more! I will stab you 1,000 times if that's what it takes to draw your blood out." And he
Yeah,
can
it
go
does.
again. So he can make another +5 attack roll. That'll hit.
Ah!
He deals a d8 of damage.
It's 1d8.
Yep, he has no modifier. He nicks it.
Son of a bitch.
Well, he drew second blood. Second blood's more important.
Yeah. Eye for an eye, you know.
That did deal damage. And it will stab back at him for 1 point of damage. You can
He
attack
doesn't-
him again with your +5 to hit. This battle is so ridiculous.
Can I-
Does the,
Can I move up and help him attack?
He's already being aided by Mitch.
Okay.
you can benefit from multiple aids. If,
You could benefit his AC.
I mean, you can get multiple aid and other bonuses.
I thought they were the same type of bonus.
Nope.
They're untyped?
It says, multiple characters can aid the same friend and similar bonuses stack.
Excellent. Okay, so he could get a +7 total then. And then a 10 will miss.
Remember,
Even if
'cause-
you all gang up on me, I will triumph.
Because you could have the gang of 8 kobolds, each aiding the
Right.
one king kobold.
So, he takes another point of damage as it stabs him. Is anybody else going to start aiding him?
I'm gonna aid him. Yep.
Yeah, I'll aid him.
Okay, then I'm just going to assume that all of you are successful in your aiding.
Thank
what I'm
God, because
doing.
assuming is the only way we're gonna be successful
And
at aiding
so
anybody.
he will have a total of +11
Sure.
with the attack roll. As you guys surround the tiny creature.
Okay. 11.
Yep, you can roll it.
17.
That is its AC.
Oh my god.
So you can
That
roll
was
your
absurd.
damage. And he fails to deal damage.
What happened to the 8s? I liked the 8s so much more.
And it will stab him again and threaten a critical and succeed for 2 points of damage.
Fuck this thing.
He's starting to look a little bit bloodied.
Hmm.
Can I use one of my potions?
It would provoke. If you're worried about the thing stabbing you.
I'm willing to take the sacrifice for my.
It misses you. And
It's
you,
like-
you can heal him. You can roll the healing on it, and he'll get a +9. So,
Plus I am to healing?
yep. No, he'll get a plus. You can make an attack roll for him at +9. And he will
He's not
heal.
getting your aid this turn.
And he will heal 6.
Rory,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
can I do something else on my turn?
You can. Then
I'm
that
gonna-
would be +7 instead.
I'm gonna shout at the thing. Well, before he attacks while this is going on. I don't know the order of things.
Basically, each of you will get one action. So if you're going to do something else, you won't be aiding him.
I'm gonna intimidate the thing and say, no cheating!
Sure. You are 3 size categories higher than it for your intimidating check.
Okay. How much is the bonus? I don't remember.
+2 per size category, I believe. I'm not positive.
Okay, so I'll check it
I
out.
have no idea. No cheating, he says, as we cheat.
But you can go ahead. Mitch, you
She
can go
tried
ahead.
to attack,
Yosef.
man.
I shouldn't keep saying Mitch. Yosef, you yeah, that'll hit.
Sweet.
You get a +4 if you are larger than your target. I guess it doesn't.
Okay. But it still fails to deal damage.
Oh my god, if only he could hit.
Roll your okay. If
23.
he is shaken for a couple of rounds, so it will
Fuck you.
hit instead.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back to aiding my apprentice.
Gorknot, are you gonna continue to aid then after that?
Yep.
I am aiding.
You can roll a d20 plus 11. That'll hit.
Come on, be higher
That
than 2.
bonus is pretty good.
Ah!
It takes damage. A solid blow, but I will triumph in the end, even with all of you. It fails to triumph. You can roll
I
again.
have failed to succeed.
Oh no! Triumph over.
That's what we call a premature declaration of triumph.
Tactical retreat.
All right, D20 plus 11.
Yep. That
Oh, he has a
fails to
longsword. That's a threatened crit.
crit. Yeah, no, Dory.
Oh boy, don't fail me now.
That's even better.
That will succeed at critically. He does 2
Today.
damage.
He's gonna do 2 damage.
He slays it.
Nice.
Will sit down and pull out a water skin and start cleaning himself.
What was that thing? It seemed like some sort of horrible aberration in these forests.
It is. Must be. We must be.
Seems like some sort of demon to me. Winged.
Well,
Like a
then I
succubus.
You
Ugh.
guys can make your diplomacy check for the day and your tutelage check for the day.
Delightful.
I'm going to make a check to aid in
I'm gonna
diplomacy.
aid Gorknot, like always.
I will succeed
Gorknot's
today.
gonna
Now,
look disheartened that everyone hates demons around here.
You're getting a +4.
5? 4?
+4.
+4 plus the 3 from before.
oh god.
No, a total of +4. And then
I'm
whatever.
giving you plus 2.
I'm saying, Mitch, you get a +4 as well. I don't know if you
Okay.
put that in.
So I'd be a 14.
Okay, and Lee's giving me a +2. What about Ed?
Mhm.
I gave you +2, I think.
You're getting a total of
Plus
+8.
+8 plus my.
Ah.
Here we go.
Okay, going. Come on! Oh my god! Why? It's one roll.
Because it's the one that matters, Brian.
This is the worst day of my life.
Your life has been pretty.
We only got like 2 out of 2 more random encounters left.
Well, guys, we must trudge on.
Perhaps
To adventure.
Yep, absolutely we will.
Yep, you have to do it again.
Hey,
Rory's gonna be able to share this one when people ask how dumb things got. This is
how
gonna
I
be
heard.
how dumb things got.
This is how.
Well,
Yes.
Ed,
Valerian.
your survival check.
I think that next time you run a pickup game for a group, you should make sure that it has at least one good character in it, because we are wrecking this whole thing. Sorry, here we go. Survival 10. Oh
Okay.
boy.
You can roll a d4.
Hey. 2.
Sure. I'm gonna not use that result because we don't want to fight another Atame.
I
No,
agree.
we don't. Can we just? There's 2 left.
I just have you roll a d2.
Let's not,
I know what's gonna happen. Don't worry.
let's not make any bones.
Rory's already got this.
How about we fight a real dragon?
You know, I bet
Smaller
if
than
we were good at
two.
skills, that we could skip this. We could have skipped this straight out of the camp.
I'm
If
sure
we had
we could.
just got open to the chest, we could have dragged it back to town.
Oh my god, that is one way to solve this problem, wouldn't
I
it?
bet that we probably.
You can, in fact, try to tie him up and take him back to town. There are consequences for that.
Yeah,
Probably.
you need that- you need
Wow.
that-
Somehow I'm not
Wanted to do it in the
surprised.
First place.
Rory, if you I swear to God, if we don't get 2 PP for this.
Hey, that's not up to me. Where is the thing that I'm looking for?
You're gonna have to pull some strings for us. Tell them, like, seriously though, they need that extra PP.
Rory,
'Cause
what benefits do you get from being a 1-star GM? Do you get any sway?
No.
Ah, damn it. Can I use diplomacy on this?
Okay. So
Okay, so
this
Gorkdot
one
is
doesn't
definitely
require
taking
a
diplomacy.
perception check. You guys are walking in the forest, roughly in that formation, and
God damn it.
Hey
you
there.
find some kobolds.
When you said
Oh.
any sway, I was trying to find a picture of MTV VJ Sway, but I decided to quit because they were all too awesome to share.
And the kobolds yell Utini, and combat is joined.
Yay!
Oh, thank goodness, kobolds.
Hey, I
Where
got
are
a
your
good one.
film challenge?
Actually,
What? What?
What's wrong?
Something bad happened? Oh. Is this...
Maybe I just shouldn't roll today.
That's cool.
Your dice are not liking you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Not 1d29.
Why are the 20s initiative rolls when we haven't seen a 20 in, like, forever?
What's a
Oh.
20?
I
Oh my
actually,
God.
I
Oh.
actually got thrown into critical on twice today by the last person I fought.
There's kobolds.
Okay, what are they armed with?
What are they armed with? Spears.
Well, he can't kill all of them. But he might be able to...
I'm gonna move up here, and I'm going to... I'm gonna try to hit this kobold with a sword.
Sure.
My man.
I really need to participate in this battle for the good of my soul. Yeah! Is an 18 sufficient?
To hit a kobold? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
9 damage?
You have slain a kobold.
We're killing
Payam?
kobolds.
Taeyang is gonna go...
I was gonna try to trip one, but then I was like, he's not gonna attack
Wanna
the
move
tripped
here?
one. He's gonna attack a standing one and trip it.
And... oh, jeez, what the hell am I gonna do? Oh, no, wait, no. I'm gonna move... Oh, I have a way better idea. I'm gonna cast Grease
Aha!
On the two?
on the 2 in back. Yep.
Adi, adi, adi.
This
What do
area
you-
here.
What's the DC?
It is...
What's your intelligence?
It is 14. 14.
Okay. One of the front one trips.
All right, but the one in... Okay, good. The front one trips. Excellent.
Front one's the one you
And then I'm
want.
gonna say, they're disabled. Get them. Put them down for the realm.
They will stand up and move off the creeps.
God damn it.
Nice attempt.
This one is going to step up to Arndak and say something in Draconic.
Wait, no, I can't
He's
possibly
probably
speak
saying,
that.
"Let's be friends. We're friends."
And
peaceful.
Wait, all he did was say something in Draconic.
Help
He
save
missed.
our
Oh,
children.
Okay.
Question.
There's a fire.
Since
Yeah?
you cast grease, can I use spark to light on a fire?
no, it is non-flammable grease.
Damn it.
It's just a magical lubricant.
I always hate how, like, a lot of these things, like, misleads you to something.
That is true.
Grease
actually
is
fifth
been that way
edition.
since 2nd edition.
In I think Web.
I like the grease on fire?
Yeah, web can be lit.
Oh, right, we can do that, right?
Mitch?
Oh, let me look up something real quick.
Sure.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna daze. I mean, no, I'm gonna use flare.
Sure.
The closer kobold, would that affect Arndok at all?
No.
I think flare's one target.
Okay,
And
so I'm gonna
he
cast flare
has-
on him.
Gotten a 15 to save against it.
And what was that? 10 plus my intelligence plus level,
Yep.
so 14.
Okay, so he is not flared. Lander charges forward
Bravely.
bravely, and he hits. But he does not kill it.
Bravely.
Dorknot, he did 1 point of
5,
damage to
10,
it.
15, 20, 25, 30. Actually,
So some of the people online said that one of the easiest ways to get through this scenario is to have a bard, so you can actually make the social checks and make him better at doing things.
Yeah.
That does seem. It does seem sad that we don't have the resident bard.
If we had 2 bards instead of 2 whatever the hell you guys are.
We would be winning. We would be done already. We'd be going home.
Yeah.
He's gonna go here and he's gonna attack the thing.
Okay,
Caution.
go for it.
I'm going for it.
Okay.
He's gonna
Arndek,
go like that.
Yeah, Arndek is going to,
I'm gonna roll this. I'm rolling it.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to trip the kobold that's next to me.
sure.
I don't have improved trip or anything.
He stabs.
Yeah, I really... Damn it, that's a hit.
Got a 18 to hit you
That's a hit.
for 4 damage.
Damn it! Alright, then I'm gonna roll my CMD. Oops, that's a D8, not a D8. Ah, 7.
That does not trip a cobalt.
Yeah, I know, it's kind
Yeah?
of humiliating.
Taeyang is going to go. Oops, I'm drawing a line still. I don't want to draw that line.
Why would you?
Taeyang is going to move here, and he is also going to try to trip a kobold.
Okay.
This kobold hits us both, and neither of us trip it. I
He
am
does
going...
not have combat reflexes.
Oh, god damn it.
What's the penalty for trying to trip when you don't have improved trip, or is there not a
No
penalty?
penalty,
No
just
penalty, just
attack of
provoke.
opportunity.
Sweet.
You know, just that thing.
18 trip it?
It tripped it.
Excellent. I'm going to say.
That kobold is going to stand up.
I should have waited.
Oh, do I get to
provokes
hit
for
him?
both of you, yes.
But I can't trip him.
Correct.
Is there anything else you could do with your
Can I
attack of
disarm him?
opportunity, or is that pretty much just an
You
attack?
could disarm him, yeah.
I would like to try to disarm him.
I got a 22. He could take an attack of opportunity.
Arndek, he's disarmed.
He could take an attack of opportunity on me if he wants, I'm pretty
You
sure.
cannot, because it was on a opportunity attack.
Oh, okay.
Can I,
Yeah, the other kobold's going to come up here and try to stab me.
yeah, I guess I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna attack him.
Mitch,
Okay,
I was thinking about trying to do a dirty
I'm gonna
trick. but I
aid
don't
my
remember the
apprentice.
mechanics, and I'm not concerned.
sure.
You can like throw dirt in their eyes to like blind them.
I
that
know,
sort of
I
thing.
don't remember the mechanics. I remember what it means.
He
So-
does not critical.
So close.
He kills it and flourishes his blade.
good job.
Dorknot,
Gurkhan is going to take a 5-foot step right here. He's going to take a minus. Dude, does the guy look pretty good?
who?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going
He
to.
killed one.
You did just kill one.
Okay, I'm just going to hit it then.
Sure.
14.
That does not hit.
Bad.
Arndek,
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna...
Are you double moving to flank?
Yeah, I'm gonna move around the grease head into a position to flank the.
Taiyang?
I am going to ready in action to trip the kobold when Lander attacks it, or before Lander attacks it.
Kobold is going to attack Arndak
Yeah.
and miss. Mitch?
I shall aid my apprentice.
He moved up to attack, Lee.
I'm going to trip it. All right, the kobold can take an attack of my return.
It
I got a
misses.
22 to trip it.
Okay, it is prone. He rolls a 1. Gorknut. Lander fumbles his blade and like catches it as it hits the ground.
Gorgon's gonna try to knock it out with a non-lethal attack.
Sure.
Nope.
That it is prone. You
Okay.
get a +4.
15.
That'll hit. It is unconscious. We are out of combat.
No, he's gonna say coup de grace now.
That you could make a very difficult diplomacy check.
Okay, actually,
He does believe in honor.
He's not gonna say. Oh, does he?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
He will. Yeah. He will.
This is war, damn it!
He will not notice that it is not dead if you don't point it out. Basically.
Fair enough.
You guys can make your diplomacy check for the day.
Oh, great. I'm going to aid Gorknot.
You got my.
I'm just
You
gonna
guys
roll
are
it,
up
okay? Can I just
plus-
roll it?
5.
Yeah,
Get it.
+5.
Oh, +5? Yep, I got a 10.
Yeah, no, you said
That's
I could do the
enough.
thing.
So you're getting a +7 from people. It looks like Gorknut total.
Okay.
+7 from us and the thing.
Come on, Gork.
Okay,
Mama
so
buddy
that's
Gork.
+7, plus mine is 9, plus 5 from...
No, +7
+7
total,
total. Okay.
from people and aid from aid and his current disposition towards you.
Oh my god, thank god.
Yes, thank
Okay.
God.
And
Come on!
It.
Mitch, you also are getting a +5 above your normal.
No, my arm hurts.
How could we be so bad at this?
The highest charisma is +2.
Yeah. Also,
with
this
no
is,
ranks.
Lee, this is a DC 20 check.
Mm.
I mean, like, it's not an easy check at this tier,
It's a
but
50-50.
you have managed to make him, friendly?
Friendly?
Friendly.
Friendly?
He is willing to go with you back to town
Fine,
That's
yes!
something.
on that adventure. You have stated his desire for adventure. You have taken him out and kept him safe for this time. You are, since it's about 2 days back to town, you can make 2 more checks on the way back to town.
Try to
Because
improve his.
you can get him up to a helpful with this.
Well, I would like helpful. We should be trying this,
Yeah,
Gorknot.
all right, Gork, do it.
You won't get more than a +5. It doesn't go up above there, but
Okay.
you'll get a +5.
I aided Gorknot.
+7.
I should be aiding Mitch.
Okay.
You can't
What?
aid Mitch because of yeah.
That's his own
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's his own thing. It basically gives you a second attempt at it.
Did
Taiyang
Arndak
aided.
help?
Did Arndak aid?
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta try to aid.
Me and Arndek both have
I don't.
terrible.
Is that with
Dude,
plus?
you
That's
get
with-
yeah,
plus
you get a
five.
+5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I do.
Yeah.
So you're getting a total of +9, Gorknot, and Mitch is getting a +5 above his normal.
16. That might not work for friendly.
Still 20.
Oh.
And one more try.
One more time, you said?
Yep.
I'm
because
just
you have
Alright,
2
gonna
days.
just roll, and then we can add it back.
Just do whatever you want, man. I'm not stopping you from rolling dice.
I helped.
Okay.
And I help.
Gorknot, I
And
don't
Arndak,
see
did
your
you
roll.
help?
Yes, you
Yeah,
got.
he did.
You're getting a total of +9.
There we go. 28.
Okay.
We only
Just
succeeded
barely
on a
came up
19 and a
to
20.
Helpful near the end of the second day. You're getting close to getting back to the city. You've been traveling along the road. However,
Oh my god.
However,
you guys
No.
can place yourself at the beginning of this bridge. He is now friendly with you guys. You get to it and you see that This bridge might be a little bit dangerous to cross. The road narrows here, leading over a well-worn stone bridge to cross the stream. Trees do not dot the landscape on both sides of the bridge, and the rushing water and the croaking of frogs give the scene an air of tranquility. However, across the bridge, you see two large, angry-looking birds.
Really?
They look kind of like large chickens,
Oh God, no.
and you can roll initiative.
Yay! I ain't afraid of no chicken.
What the hell? I am actually afraid of a chicken.
Oops.
Don't sweat it. We could get our blacksmith's aprons on.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Thanks, Rory.
It's not my fault.
It
It's
is.
Jeff. Jeff's the one who coded it.
You're insisting that we play this game with you. It's your fault.
Actually,
Okay.
You're the one that's...
So
Oh,
places,
fuck
you
these
guys,
chickens.
you guys are need to be in squares. You can be up to like halfway across the bridge.
I'm gonna
Oh,
swear.
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah. That'll do.
so halfway across the bridge.
Yeah.
I'm counting that halfway.
Sure.
Okay.
Toes behind the line.
Toes before a hose, man.
Toes.
I haven't heard that one before.
And you'll never hear it again. Mum's the word.
Crows before hose.
Oh, I get it.
Wouldn't it
Okay.
in this
Uh,
instance
this-
before cocks?
this giant chicken monster is going to charge forward, flapping its tiny little wings and trying to rip into you with its beak. Its beak is, however, slightly chipped. So it's gonna charge. And
Big gack.
does a 6 hit you?
No.
It was with a charge?
Oh, does an 8 hit you?
No.
Way to help the enemy, Lee.
I was shocked.
You were cocked.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, guys. Crossing this
Never
bridge.
heard The other one will move to there. Taeyang?
Alright,
Never heard of
Taeyang
chip
is going
chicken.
to
That happens.
attempt some spell combat action.
Awesome.
I'm gonna do...
Hadouken.
This would be
Uh,
knowledge of nature if you want to know anything about these.
Yeah, I'm not. Alright, I got a 25 to cast my spell,
Yeah.
which
no,
is
hit
Chill Touch. So then would I apply it, could I spell strike on... The first hit would be part of the spell, and the second hit could be a spell strike, right?
If
to
you have
apply
two,
the second
if you have
charge.
2 charges, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. 23, red and a critical?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 15 crit?
it. Did he charge?
He did, so that will hit crit.
Yes. You're welcome.
No, it's 2d8 plus 2d6.
That one
plus
didn't charge, but it does still hit.
Okay.
22 damage?
Oh my gosh.
Frozen
Good.
chicken.
Alright, and Taeyang is going to flourish and say,
Deck?
nothing doing.
Or deck?
Yeah, I'm just... Is it possible to walk on the spaces that are on the edges of the bridge?
With an acrobatics check.
Um...
Do it.
Yeah, I
believe
guess
in you.
I'm gonna try to get up on that biz.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna try to move here using the edge of the bridge to not move through his threatened area.
Sure.
I am 16.
That's enough.
All right, and then I'm going to hit it with my sword.
Sure. That one did charge.
Very well.
That'll hit.
Okay. Ele- 11.
Okay. Why did we put this on a map?
I did not think that was going to go down that way, but that's
I
cool.
did not think it was gonna. I thought for sure one or both of people were going to get turned to stone.
Were
They-
those
That is what I-
cockatrices?
Were they actually
Those were-
cockatrices?
Those were axe beaks with the young template, and then
Oh.
because we're playing at the 4-player adjustment, they had a further penalty on that.
Because
Oh.
that's why the chipped tooth is there.
Yep, so they had a penalty on both health and
Wow.
attack rolls.
I thought for sure
Yeah.
they were
so
going to be
did I.
basilisks.
Oh,
They're,
cockatrices.
they're axe beaks. They're size medium giants, like emu creatures.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
I know what axe beaks are.
For some
I
reason,
just-
my
We'll eat like
brain
kings.
If
For
you
some
guys
reason,
were
my
playing
brain just said-
before, they're actually a different variant axe beak called terror birds, which are awesome. Terror birds
Sounds awesome.
have are size category large axe beaks with improved critical on their beak attack. They just charge for like massacre you.
Oh my gosh.
They're really fun. They also have talons.
I like.
But
I
anyway,
like.
Large
The
talons.
rest of the way back to town is uneventful. Lander does insist to return back to his family before you decide to go to the smith at all.
Alright.
And you can talk with his mother.
I'd
Yeah.
love to.
Nope, that's the first one was better. Anyway, what would you like to tell her?
Is he with us?
Oh.
He is with you, yes.
I'll say.
We had a great adventure, ma'am.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What do you mean?
She kind of tried to subtly raise an eyebrow without looking at Lander directly.
I'll say. What's important is that Lander is home safe.
I guess. Did
I
you
do
find-
believe also we've made some headway on finding out who may be responsible for this banditry. We're going to go investigate that shortly.
Show me your evidence. I don't think I need to hire you for that task.
I'll pass it over to her. I'll say it's the duty of the Pathfinders to do what's good for the realm.
What are you passing over?
The note.
I will
Notes?
also show her the maker's mark on some of the weapons that we've recovered.
Okay. You have also gotten him to friendly, so he will offer his
Get him
testimony.
to helpful.
Helpful, that's what I meant. So he will offer his testimony that about what his own conclusions with the experience are, which is just barely enough for it to get you your second prestige.
Yeah! Ooh, ooh.
There's 4
Did we
things you
also
can
give
get.
him a sigil ring? I don't know what the signet ring.
Signet
Yeah,
ring?
we have no idea whose
Sigil
signet ring that was.
Signet ring.
It's just a signet ring. It's not a biggie.
Basically, there's 4 pieces of evidence you can find, and you basically need to find 3 of the 4 to actually get enough to indict Merrick Bogdan. She does not want you to deal with that situation. You guys got a three piece of evidence for it. She will send her own militia to arrest him.
Oh, we're all right.
Because
Get him.
you presented evidence, and he is hauled off to jail. He
Yay.
Because she knows how Pathfinders deal with criminals. They
uh,
don't usually go to jail. We'll just say that.
Yeah, so he is arrested and brought off to prison. They do have a hard-fought battle against him since he is actually a fairly skilled fighter. He's like a 7th level fighter.
Holy crap! There's no Jesus. He
They-
murdered us.
They say basically, you should not try to fight him. But if they insist on trying to fight him, here are some stats for him. He will try to demoralize them and get them to stop combat, because he doesn't actually want to start a problem with the Pathfinders, but he will fight if pressed. So he starts
That
with
is
dazzling
hardcore.
display and then tries to disarm you. And if you still insist on fighting him, he will start stabbing you for lots of damage.
Yeah, no kidding, man. That guy.
But he is taken down by the guard and thrown in jail.
I'm okay with this.
Lander did not try to conceal the evidence. One of the problems is Lander will try to conceal the evidence if you don't make him helpful. Because he is embarrassed by his association and doesn't want it to be publicly known. But you have befriended him, so he doesn't do that. And she will give you the Horn of Aroden to return to the Pathfinder Society for this.
Excellent.
So you will get both prestige for this, and I don't have the sheet ready for you.
Still
Unfortunately,
don't know what to use prestige for, but I'm glad that they're there.
You want to save some prestige eventually because of getting a resurrection potential. Gets important. This module is a little bit weird. It's got very mixed reviews.
I can see that.
Some
I mean,
people
it was
give it,
hilarious.
Some people give it 1s and 2s for like the social encounters are hard to deal with. The NPC is annoying. This guy is often regarded as one of the more annoying NPCs you actually have to deal with in PFS.
Yeah.
Because
I would have preferred if the encounters when we were taking him out questing had been harder.
Yes, the whole point is not to challenge you. The challenge is to get him to be effective on those encounters, rather than for the Pathfinders to be challenged. The bandits can be at high tier. That werewolf can be a TPK. She is really tough at high
Werewolves
tier.
are pretty scary.
And
in general.
the terror birds at the end are moderately challenging. But at low tier, especially with the 4-player adjustment, this is not a challenging scenario.
Yeah.
She has additional harder bandits and a dire wolf with her in high tier.
Oh, geez, really?
And is also a 5th level fighter rather than a 2nd level warrior.
Uh-huh.
That would be
is
way
that
more
what the
dangerous.
cage was for? The direwolf just ran away in this
Oh
one?
no, the reason why she hadn't been able to get a letter back to Merrick yet is because
She ate her
ate
messenger
all of them,
pigeons.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought was originally, but then I'm like, oh, maybe
Which
they put the direwolf thing in there.
I think is a really well thought out part of the scenario. Is like, why?
That
is
is actually, yeah, I had been thinking about that, and I'm like, there's no way that that's it, but nope.
So
Was there evidence that we did not gather that we could have gathered?
yes.
Probably something in the blacksmith's place.
You could have questioned the bandits more and or brought them in for testimony.
Yeah. Well, we did it anyway. Success.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Vincent could have been brought in alive to act as testimony, or you could have questioned him and found out that he did actually know that Aldora was working for someone else and get the description, though he didn't know the name.
At higher tier, would it be I assume the blacksmith stats scale up appropriately.
No, he's still level 7, but it's unlikely that you just flat out attack him when you first go to his shop. You don't really
That's
have
true.
any evidence against him at that point. And if you start to question why he's like frowning and stuff like that, he will admit that he dislikes the idea of Southern Brevoy being allied to Northern Brevoy. And while he's not going to, he just basically acts like he's a patriot to the Sword Lords rather than a like malcontent.
King Oleski Sertova, that heel.
Right, so he's not,
God damn it, Ed.
There'd be very little reason to actually attack him at that point. And even if you do, you still have to go out and find Lander. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
anybody who was watching, I don't know if anybody was, but that is the conclusion of the Horn
The
of Aroden,
strangest adventure so far.
which is a bit of an odd one out there.
Yeah.
It's right up there with the
Transmuted
one,
into monkeys was weirder.
the one where you guys had to escort the sleepwalking guy might have been weirder also.
I don't think I was there
okay.
for that one.
That was the night march of Calcamedia said. You missed
I wasn't
that.
there.
I watched
that's
it
a
afterwards
Really fun
because-
one. That one. There's a sleepwalking guy through the forest, and they have to lead him through the forest through a number of scenarios and difficulties to get to the place that he's going to find it. So things like there's a cliff. How do you stop him from walking off the cliff? Become like major difficulties.
Wow.
Alrighty.
It's a hilarious one.
I really like the first one we did too. That one was fun.
This one
Those
I-
are fun.
This one can be kind of in the same vein, but it's a lot more social.
This is
okay,
this is a
Aside
little
from the
more,
bad
you have
rolls,
to, like,
this
figure
one
out-
was very entertaining.
Yeah.
You guys also rolled really poorly.
Yeah.
Oh man, did we
Oh
ever.
my god. I could roll like pretty well during combat, but when it got out of combat, it was like, now we're gonna give you a 6.
Yeah, when combat you rolled around, you were like straight up like 13 through 15 the whole way.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we got out of it, it was just straight
So-
in the dumpster.
Guys, I debated whether doing this one or a different one that is even more social and skill-based, and I decided on
Not
this
today.
one because
Not ever.
Chose
I was-
wisely.
I thought about who was probably going to be involved, and I thought this would be a better one for known skill monkeys and diplomats to be present in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I saved that one for later.
I mean, Taeyang has he's pretty good at some skills. It's just none of those skills are like social skills. I mean, he has like high swim, spellcraft, knowledges.
Right.
Cork now has 3
climb.
skills.
So before we close it out for this, does anybody have a day job check?
No. How do I get a day job check?
Not have
Craft,
Was that just-
profession,
skills
or
like that.
perform?
Oh boy, I don't have either one of those. Nope.
Nope.
Craft, profession, or perform?
No, I don't have any of those things.
Yeah, I do have craft tea sets.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay, you can make your day job check.
That
All right.
On your tea making.
You literally make teapots.
How do I do that? What do I do?
Just
Roll a
make
roll
d20
your
and
craft
add your craft
skill check.
skill check bonus.
Okay.
And then Rory will tell you how much money you earned as a tea set maker.
Yep. You earn 20 gold.
Oh!
Stop. You're the best tea set maker in the world.
Damn.
Nobody comes
Probably in the
So-
top 10.
When I send out certs, I'll have that recorded on the cert for you. So just so you guys know for your own records before I get it to you, you guys will be getting 511 gold. No one is level
Nice.
3, right?
No.
No, I'm not.
Nope, level 1.
511 gold. You guys did recover the Horn of Aroden, which has a boon that is listed for it that is basically this may become important later on. If you play a bunch of Season 5 stuff, that is an important boon to have. It will factor into...
What was the boon?
The boon
Horn of
is
Aroden.
that you recovered the Horn of Aroden,
Oh.
which is... It doesn't do anything for you directly. It will matter in later modules and later
Okay,
scenarios.
They
gotcha.
made it
Um,
sound like it was
if-
important.
So like if you do one of those modules later, they'll be like, does anyone have this boon?
Correct. That's what they'll do, and it's one in particular that it's important for. That
Is that the one you were talking about where it's all like army battles and stuff?
yes, basically a bunch of Season 5 scenarios all give these boons that say this may be important at a later date, and in like the conclusion of the timeline of that season, you actually play a scenario where you lead the armies into the world boons, and these boons matter a lot for that scenario.
That sounds pretty cool.
Which
That does sound
eventually
cool.
might use, or I might run that eventually, but it does use the mass combat rules for Pathfinder.
Which aren't the worst thing in the world.
Mm.
But they aren't the best thing in the world.
Well, I think if some of those things are defined for you ahead of time, like I imagine it tells you what type of armies you get to lead.
Yes. It has
That
armies,
is-
and some of the boons give you unique armies, is one of the things that some of the
That's
boons
pretty cool.
This
I really
one,
think that's cool.
This one, if I remember correctly, basically gives an army a bard. So you get like an inspire courage effect on one of the armies because you have this horn effect going with it. So I mean, like there's some benefits. Other than that, the family will gift some of the treasure to you to make up the difference of why you wouldn't get hardly any money for this one. So the items you can buy off of this cert are a +1 merciful Aldori dueling sword,
So thank
boots
you.
of the winter.
That is awesome.
Awesome, but not useful for most characters. Boots of the Winterland and a ring of swimming are the ones that will appear on this.
Wow, actually, I don't know what the boots of the Winterland are, but a ring of swimming is a surprisingly legit item.
Boots of the Winterland allow you to walk over icy or slippery surfaces based off of cold without difficulty or acrobatic checks or slowing your movement, and also give you endure elements for cold, I believe.
That's pretty cool.
Because like in my opinion, the rings of like jumping, swimming, etc., those are like surprisingly useful items.
They can be.
Because they're usually pretty cheap, and the bonus they provide is pretty substantial, especially for skills that people don't usually invest super heavily.
So, for Monday, I thought since we're going to get the regular group together, I might try to do the Tide of Twilight.
I don't know what that is.
It is the sequel to the Tide of Morning.
Oh god, is that the one with the quickling?
Yeah.
I just got a flutter. I just got nervous. Would I be able to? Would I be able to go on my level 2?
Are you still level 2?
I am 1 session away from 3.
You're this put you at 5.
Yes.
Okay.
If I get to 3, I'll be able to use the experience from the module or from the
and go to 4
the
immediately.
thing. Yeah, I'll go right up
It
to
is
4.
a 1 to 5.
It is a 1 to 5. Okay, cool. I'd like to jump up to 4. 3 is a pretty good level, but skipping to 4 jumps straight into second level spells, which is pretty
So,
jamming.
Are we gonna do level 1 then? Because I'm okay with
It'd be whichever you'd prefer. It does have some minor stuff. I think it has some minor stuff if you've done the first scenario, so it'd be good if at least some people had done the first scenario, but definitely not everyone needs to do that.
Okay.
Hey, Yusuf, you go up to level 3 or level 2 after this, don't you?
Yep, I do.
If you don't have the spell Chill Touch, I would highly recommend it. It's borderline broken.
Based on what you've been doing, yeah, I'm definitely gonna take that.
There's a couple other ones that work similar to it.
Yeah, I haven't taken a look very carefully at them. Anyway, here's the reason I would tell you this is because Spell Strike allows you to cast your touch spells through your weapon, and Chill Touch gives you a touch attack, 1 per caster level, that is a d6 cold and 1 strength damage. So like as you get up to higher levels, you cast it once and you can Spell Strike all day and just get bonus d6s of damage on every one if you don't cast other ones. So like if you're casting other like buff spells or something like that, Chill Touch is basically like you can get some just crazy, just constant, consistent extra damage.
It's good.
And since you're using a scimitar and you'll be like critting on it, oh man, it's just crazy good.
A lot of people instead go for Corrosive Touch because Corrosive Touch stacks damage more directly. It's 1d4 acid damage per level.
But I mean, in that case, why didn't you
but
just
it's
use
one touch. No,
Is Corrosive Touch also multiple?
no, it's not multiple.
Oh.
But so people use Shocking or Corrosive Touch a lot of the
Yeah.
time if they're using something like a scimitar because they're wanting critical on those.
Yeah. So like, since you have a high crit weapon, like using Chill Touch is like good consistent damage because you can use like if you're using spell combat, you'll be able to take 2 attacks every round basically.
Lee,
So,
also a lot of people use Frostbite because Frostbite is better than Chill Touch.
Frostbite's non-lethal damage though.
It is, so it's not useful in everything, but you add 1 point per caster level to the d6.
But Frostbite is also is touches per level.
Touch per level and level to damage. So a lot of people use Frostbite because
In situations where you can use that.
right, like not against constructs or undead, and the target is also
And there's no save on it.
and they are fatigued with no save.
Yeah.
So Frostbite is a lot
Really
of,
good if non-lethal works.
Yeah, if you can use non-lethal Frostbite,
I might memorize 1 of each.
Yep.
Yeah, Frostbite. Those are like, and like in those situations, like for a normal caster, those spells are merely good. For a Magus, those spells are borderline busted because they're level 1 spells and they just give you such consistent damage.
Yeah.
Like Shocking Grasp is, like eventually, I mean, it goes up to 5d8. Like critting with a Shocking Grasp is crazy, and since you're using a scimitar, you have a pretty high threat range anyway. So it's like being able to use Shocking Grasp through your weapon is just crazy good.
I remember
Another question,
Remember, Shocking Grasp gives you a bonus to hit targets with metal.
Also
Yeah.
true.
So it makes you more like Magus on only 3/4 stab. Bonus to hit is really good.
Yeah, the only spells I had were when we first started. I had 2 Chill Touches and a Shocking Grasp memorized, and then when I realized that we were going to be helping this buffoon, I had a Chill Touch, a True Strike, and a Grease memorized.
Right.
And the True Strike was in case I needed to, I don't know, play tricks on somebody. But I was like, I don't need a Shocking Grasp probably.
I am gonna go, I think.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we
I
didn't
think-
go horribly late tonight, which I'm happy
I
about.
think we're gonna
That's
end
pretty
this
cool.
stream too.
So I will get those searches to you guys as soon as possible. I'm pretty
Awesome.
sure you on Google.
See ya.
Thanks
So
for
that
watching.
should be-
Later, Ed.
Good night, Ed.
Bye.
Night.
Yusuf, are you in you're in Vegas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. I think I've met you like very briefly like, once,
I think so.
and I was like,
I don't remember
pretty-
a lot of
Richard